There's a breeze and fading light, far away to open skies. Lonely beach where no one goes, open eyes and open roads. What we dream is what we know.
What's up, everybody? We're back. Hope you have fun this morning. I know I did. That being said, any comments or nonsense in the chat about what happened this morning will result in moderation. That's all I have to say about that. Just kidding, just kidding. That was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun with you. If you enjoyed that content, by the way, there is many other examples of that on That Being Said channel. We did it a long time ago. Let's see, the first one was a long time ago. We did let's see if I can find it now. I'll get you the link though. But you're all legends. I will definitely live that stream down, my friends. I'm used to it. ALT has a leaky butthole reel. Thank you. Stop withholding chew content. I'm never withholding chew content. Like, if I think the way to, you definitely do not want chew to be on normal, lolcow content. But I think we could have some fun, talking about other stuff, I don't know. Who knows, though? Who knows? Here, I'll post the first one that was ever done of me and Chew 2 years ago. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. but it's a lot of fun. I do not need to call Steve for counseling. No, I don't need to do anything. It's a lot of fun. Okay, anyways, let's move forward positively here. Let's go to some extremely important business to get done here. And as you know, yesterday we had to talk about what we're going to do. Well, first, let me do this. So thanks to your guys' hard work and your dedication, thanks to all of you guys doing that, we have successfully taken care of every single Pat Sajak question, okay? Now, while we don't have the montage video ready for you, we did decide yesterday, all of you guys, we had a great conversation back and forth about what to do instead, okay? So, what do we do? Well, first I need to give you your reward. So, you ready for your reward? Remember, you asked for this, you love this. This is your reward. Yeah, you love this. You wanted this and you love this. New pointer. Got ya. Now, some of you might be saying, some of you might be disappointed by this new announcement. Well, as if this is a DSP stream, don't worry, now there's future goals. And the next goal we can work towards is...
This is not an illusion. I'm Jonathan Frakes, and things are about to get mysterious again.
These are our future goals. The new Jonathan Frakes questions are here and ready to rock. If we complete any of these questions, now we can get a sock. It's so stupid. And the sock will tell us what questions we have finished so far, okay? This is going to be very, very... very interactive. So if you want to see the video, I think we need to remember what we're doing this for, okay? Some of these guys are impossible. Legitimately impossible, okay? Legitimately impossible. Oh, someone did use Fleshlight? I'd love to see it if you got the link. But here, let's watch the video here so we can know what we're working for. Okay, here we go. Shout out to Use Fleshlight.
What really happened here? Did three acrobats really choose to avenge their sister's death? And haven't dogs and cats been known to predict earthquakes? But what about the detail of the chocolate chip cookies? But then what about those dog tags? But then how do you explain the chocolate? How else do you explain both people using the same computer repair shop? If not, how could the boy suddenly speak Chinese? But then how do you explain the Grim Reaper? And what about this unusually shaped chair? Why did the insult machine suddenly give compliments? And how do you account for the loose stitching on the quilt? Was Jocelyn really cursed by the beautician? If so, how do you explain the doll using the name Miss Robinson? But then, how do you explain the grease and screwdriver in the father's bed? If so, how did the men's room attendant know so much about Artie? But then, how could he have possibly known about the children's playground? If so, how did he get the gift back? But then, who murdered Professor Wainwright? And how do you explain the pen? And how do you explain the fact that the box fell at just the right time? How do you
These are impossible, man.
explain the smudge on the phrenologist's head? But who was Elmo P. Middleton? Did the spirit of Abraham Lincoln actually seize hold of Senator Quigley and force him to tell the truth?
Good fucking luck, man. Good fucking luck. All right, the slideshow has started, but I got some funny stuff for us to go through anyway. So there's some funny kick chats, funny kick band names, okay? So there was someone that was banned, and I'll show you, I'll put the name in chat. Let's see, where was it? I got to find it myself here. Because whenever I see a band name like this, it just makes me think. So we have Piero di Cosimi de Medici. And I said, all right, well, that's got to be something, right? So I decided to send that in the old Google box. And what do you get? What do you get if you search for that? You get Piero the Gouty. Shoutouts Piero the Gouty. Bidding banned from Kick Chat. Shoutouts to you, whoever did that. Very creative and unique. Okay, well, we're not done yet, though. I also found one that caught my attention. And it was... Now, I don't know how to pronounce this one for sure, but I'm going to do my best. It's this one here. Kyr Banog's Real Revenge. And I said, okay, well, what's that? That's gotta be something, right? Well, wouldn't you know, it's this.
There he is. Well, there. What, behind the rabbit? It is the rabbit.
That's what it's from.
You silly sod.
So we're not going to keep watching it, but that's what it's from. That's it. That's the Scare Bonog right there. Amazing. And I wonder really, how many of these have we fucking missed? You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm not Googling all of them. I just Googled a few and found those very quickly. And but I mean, there's probably hundreds. Who fucking knows, man? Yes, I do need to work on my Welsh pronunciation for sure. Woodknox says I upgraded for Chew. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Woodknox. Last night had some epic coping, if you haven't seen. So we did hit the goal last night, but it did take an $80 bomb at the last second. And some people were calling that fake. But during the stream last night, we got some great meltdowns here. I do have that one here. So last night, this one came out. 30 minutes of OT2. There you go.
All right. So we're almost halfway there. But guys, seriously, let's hit the fucking goal tonight.
Hold on. Let me make it so it's visible.
I think that people like to basically kind of, let's wait till the end or whatever. Let's see what happens. Enough is enough. Right? Mm-hmm. Let's just fucking hit this fucking goal and get... Whoa! Holy shit! Now that's interesting.
Now that looks pretty good.
Now that's very interesting. I've never seen the camera do this before.
Yeah, it's like a Skyrim NPC. There you go, Nerd Brew.
I'm trying to show the internet that there's more than one way to be successful. You don't have to go the toxic route of hurting everyone around you for personal gain, and you also don't have to be a sellout. You can be your own person and still be successful.
Right.
But I need your buy-in to do that, and that's the point I was making last week.
No, that's not the buy-in, though, sir. I want to show the internet that you can be successful not being a drama content, but I need your buy-in for that. What? That's not how it works. You show people that you could be successful without that, without any buy-ins.
On the podcast, when I'm playing a game like this and we're having a good time together, I need people to support the stream to say, look, he can play whatever the hell he wants, but he still gets the support level that he can get.
It's not... It's breaking my mind to think about this. Imagine this. All right, guys, I can make a living flipping coins on the corner. Watch, but if you guys want to see me do that, you need to donate for that, okay? So if you want to see me continue to flip coins for money, you're going to have to donate. Well, what? That's not how it works.
Continuously improve his content, have a good life with his family, and keep going positively.
Amazing. It's incredible. Hold on, let me go back. This is wild, man.
To get filthy rich. I'm not asking to blow up on the internet. I'm just asking to hit a goal that's reasonable so that I can keep stuff improving.
This is definitely Crash Out.
And by the way, when this stream ends tonight and we're done playing, literally no one will have been hurt. No one's reputation will have been slandered or...
Except your own.
Or defamed. No one's going to feel like they got bullied. Instead, people are going to be like, wow, that was a good stream that we chilled with Phil and had a great time tonight.
Oh, yeah, that was really fun getting baked to for an hour.
That's what I'm striving to do. I hope you understand this is what I am and what I stand for now. Very different than back in the day and very different from these other people's mentality of any means necessary.
Okay.
Right? Just sickening to me that it's getting worse. On YouTube, when people started, it used to be, I have a talent, but I don't have a budget. Let me share that passion for whatever I'm talented in with you. And
okay, so we're talking about 1,000 years ago.
Maybe I can be successful by getting some views and some ad revenue. Today, it's like, how do I hurt the maximum number of people, have no conscience about it, have no morality, so that I can make the bag and then take time off to go on a fucking vacation to some island?
Who are you talking about there, sir? Huh? Didn't you reach out to them to try to get a piece of the casino?
Seriously, that's what it is. Like, what the hell kind of fucking thing is this? And
oh, God, we got some cope early already, guys. FYI, tons of sock accounts. All the same guy. That's not true, and you'd have to be a fucking idiot to believe that. Not a list, but if you go to the... is there a list of all the games you already played over the years? Okay, let's talk about something else. Not a list, but if you go to the playlist tab, you can just order them by date. But anyways, it's Extreme Cope. Extreme Cope to say all these names are one person, man. Think about that. Every single sock account is one person. You're telling me the list of almost 4,000 people that got banned on Kick are one person? Right. Definitely. Very believable.
And this is exactly how it is, you know?
Uh-huh.
Anyway, thank you for understanding. Please support the stream tonight. Let's hit the goal by the end of the stream.
Very much. Yes, definitely. Let's hit the goal. Let's hit the goal at the end of the stream. I don't want to hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt any people. This is amazing by Cerulean. So you would be a ban-heavy channel then, right?
They make the accounts, and my moderators see those accounts get made and just ban them before they ever talk. It's the same person, because you can tell, because it's the same kind of fucking shit in the names and everything.
Hopefully, if I've taught you anything, the names are extremely diverse and varied. The variety of jokes in those names is mind-blowing, honestly. Cerulean, what a legend in the house here. Also, I got prepared here for us. So yesterday we got the amazing segment that was like 10 minutes, like it was an incredible amount of boredom, but 10 minutes of a good segment. And Philip said something very interesting here. Okay, very interesting. Here we go.
Why do I think support on Kick is dropping? Because most of the people who are watching me on Kick were Kino Casino viewers. Mm-hmm. And since essentially they decided to snake me,
They decided to snake me. Okay, well, let's go back 1 week to 6 days ago, excuse me. And we're going to start with the beginning of this stream. And it tells a different tale. Let me hear this. How do we describe it then?
At all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Level 666 podcast, straight out of fucking hell, because today, live on the show, it is time to explain to you how over the last 8 months and the last couple of years, all of my planning has finally come to fruition.
What? Look at Rich is doing the best, just sitting there, not even listening.
I robbed Kino Casino. I'm not kidding.
Didn't.
I'm not
How did you rob?
fucking kidding. Everything that you have seen happen, I swear to God, has been part of my plan all along.
I swear to God has been part of my plan all along. Well, that's a bit weird, especially since you've claiming to become more religious because your wife is getting sick. Oh, wait, sorry. That was a part of the plan. I'm sorry. I forgot that was part of the big plan. But then I want to go back to yesterday once again, unfortunately. Just hear it one more time. Huh? What?
Why do I think support on Kick is dropping? Because most of the people who are watching me on Kick were Kino Casino viewers. And since essentially they decided to snake me.
Oh, essentially they decided to snake me. Huh. It's tough to keep up with.
Because all of you think I'm so fucking stupid.
Yes.
You all
that's true.
Thought that this was he got fooled. He had the wool pulled over his eyes.
Yes, that's true.
100% had this planned since day one.
This is so much more fun to watch now, honestly.
Phil,
I am going. You don't believe me?
No, I don't believe you. I've
Yes.
been watching you now for over a decade.
Uh-huh.
You were full in on this hook line, and so you called Andy your gaming soulmate.
Yes.
Okay. Rich, I got the receipts.
And reminder, those receipts were these DMs, which, you know, don't paint any prettier of a picture, do they? But that's the receipts he was talking about, by the way.
We're going to look at them together right now on this show.
Okay.
Are you
I
ready?
would like to see these. Yes, Philip.
This is the briefcase of Andy and Ashton. And every single time that we go through a topic and I expose them for who they really are, they're going to lose a few chips.
This would never happen, actually. Philip forgot about this gimmick, so unfortunate.
And we're going to see at the end how many chips these two have left over.
They would have every single chip. They never took any chips away, so they were actually left with all of their chips. The casino came out of it with the exact same amount of chips they walked in with. So, this is interesting.
Feels like retcon to me, Phil, but sure, prove it to me.
Sure.
Let me see.
We're good.
Yeah,
no worries,
that's
man.
sad.
All right. So,
Kaiju Roo, I hope you checked the timestamps from yesterday's show, by the way, because I didn't forget Kaiju Roo. He says he has a full poker chip set and no one to play with. Just in case I make friends. Just like the rock band instruments. Might need these someday. Better get 2 sets. Better get 2 sets.
let's get started, shall we? I'm changing my screen so if you don't, because Rich, you can't see any of this, obviously. I'm going to let you know what I'm actually doing here, and you might want to tune into the stream. It's going to be very hard for you to see, but I'm going to be reading things as well.
I'm already on the stream too.
Okay. Let me actually resize you here so that you can.
Anyways, okay, you know the point. I'm sure in the years to come, people will be going through that stream and having a great time, hyper focusing on the insanity in there. One more thing I wanted to play. The site he did give the message of he's going to start soon, so we might have 20 minutes left. I don't know. Going to use the restroom, then we'll begin BRB. Got everything else set up now. So this was from last night. Day stream. Like 30 minutes after we stopped, this came out.
All right, it's this simple. All right?
Go ahead.
Half the people in the kick chat are trolls. All right?
What?
They're all remnants of the casino.
Snakening pull, by the way, right on time.
And they're all sitting there saying fucked up stuff. They are. They're saying, oh, you can't make money on gaming. Ha ha. You only make $9 an hour. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Seriously, right now, fuck those motherfuckers.
What do you do?
Let's rally right now. And by the end of this stream, let's show them that actual gameplay, that positive content, that not having to constantly shit on others to get ahead, you can still make a living and you can still promote positivity on the internet.
Is this part of that positivity? I'm getting confused.
So let's get some support.
Let's fuck those motherfuckers. Wait. I think that's legitimately what happened. I thought it was a joke in my mind, but it just happened. Let's felt those motherfuckers, or let's fuck those motherfuckers. Hold on.
And by the end of this stream,
Hold on.
They are. They're saying, oh, you can't make money on gaming. Ha ha. You only make $9 an hour. Ha ha. So fuck them.
So fuck them. Okay.
Seriously, right now, fuck those motherfuckers.
Okay.
Let's rally right now.
And show the world we can be positive.
And by the end of this stream, let's show them that actual gameplay, that positive content, that not having to constantly shit on others to get ahead, you can still make a living and you can still promote positivity on the internet.
Okay. Fuck those motherfuckers. Let's promote positivity on the internet.
So let's get some support.
Gotcha. Let's bend them over. Let's fuck them right here and now. Let's give it to them hard. Yeah. Let's take them out to dinner real quick first. And then we're going to give some flowers. Then we're going to bend them over and fuck them hard. Yeah.
Usually I wouldn't say that, but I've had enough of their fucking mouths today. You know, they're actually starting to really piss me off with their toxicity and nonsense because they think that because a fat fuck and some fucking degenerate on drugs are running around making fun of people every day.
Well, you claim they don't do it every day. They don't do it as much as you. But the degenerate fat fuck and a... Let me read this one more time. I want to see the descriptive words he used for that.
Fucking degenerate. You know, they're actually starting to really piss me off with their toxicity and nonsense because they think that because of fat fuck and some fucking degenerate on drugs...
Fat fuck and degenerate on drugs. Okay, I'll show you the receipts on that one.
Are running around making fun of people every day that for some reason that gameplay isn't valid. How about you kiss my fucking ass and you lick my fucking balls? You fucking dumb little no-life pieces of shit. I'm gonna fucking be successful no matter what. And you guys can go fuck yourselves.
This is part of the positivity we're trying to show that you can be successful with, by the way. Okay, guys? Just keep that in mind. This is all positive. Okay? I don't want to hear anything else.
And now I died. Now I died. All right.
Nailed it. Died again. So yesterday I did tweet this. So notice how he called him a drug addict, degenerate, by the way, on Kick Chat. I know you can't see it, but I'll read for you. DSP Gaming Real says, he's been the same since I've known him, so he's sober, and anyone saying otherwise is just full of shit. You would be able to tell if Andy was on drugs because he would look and act totally different. Right. Remember, he's not a degenerate, okay? It's not. This was all part of the snaking. You're right. Sorry about that. He also, in the DMs to Andy, would say that you're definitely not on drugs. I can tell you're not. People saying that are idiots. You know, a lot of fun, but it's all positive. Wesley H says, so he needs other people's money to justify his awful business model. Bro can't afford a vacation, but he's definitely in Delulu land. And that was my favorite part. Was I can be successful making gaming, but I need money so I can be successful gaming. Okay. Well, I guess that's true, but... Uh-oh, more Cope in the chat! Literally all sock accounts having the same conversation with themselves, and they think it's normal behavior. You better start now. You're back from the bathroom. Better start stream soon. Oh, Nightbot's having fun, though. That's for sure. Here, let me get it up here. Let me get live here. Boom. There you go. You can see it now. Nightbot's with the 2-in-a-row streak. Can we make it 3? Come on, Kickbot. Go. Damn it, Felix the Maid. Son of a bitch. J-Dog says, the master plan is unfolding as he has foreseen, and no one else can foresee. Only he can foresee the master plan. And also, another way to promote positivity on your streams is to bring in Ethan Ralph, famous positive content creator Ethan Ralph. That'll be a lot of fun. The Boat Knight says, we all have a box with shirtless men pics, right? Well, who doesn't? I have pics with men drinking with alcohol, and I keep that in my poker chip set. But I don't have any friends, so I just keep the dudes' pictures in there for just in case you need them. You never know. Cope Phil in the house says the same guy who was on a 4-hour stream with the said fat cow and drug addict shitting on Review Tech USA. Yes, it's bad to make fun of other people for money now. Ah, now it is. I wonder what changed. Oh, again, Philip is still coping. Same guy. So he's banning as he's going, saying it's the same guy. Huh? What's going on? Sad we lost most of the pre-casino regulars. Sad someone would fake being injured. Ooh. Not much. You didn't miss much. Just he's coping in chat about sock accounts that he says are all the same person. So, we'll see. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. No, I mean, he had to do that, right? To try to save face. But, I mean, good question, actually, Lemonhead. I don't know where his head would be at on that. Like, I bet he wishes he just took the simple route. You know what I'm saying? Just get the pity, man. It's pretty simple. Get the pity. And say, I can't believe they snaked me. But he couldn't take the L on that, so... He had to come up with this great plan that he retconned in 6 days yesterday, saying they decided to snake me. Right? And yesterday, we know. Yeah. It would have been easy to take the pity, but instead we decided to big brain it, and you see what happened. PWR, LARPer Dent. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't keep up with PWR too much, except for what I see on Twitter. But I think he is a dent leaning into LARPing, right? Which is possible.
Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we've got an interesting update regarding a fighting game and a weird guest character appearance.
What?
You're going to see what I mean. Plus, in regards to fighting games, something that we were talking about weeks ago is starting to sink in with the FGC regarding Street Fighter 6. Plus, we'll have some interesting updates regarding PlayStation Plus, Xbox Game Pass, and more. And last night, we came to a determination regarding the upcoming DSP tries at Goal. There's been a swap. So, we got a lot to talk about. Sit back and relax. All this and more on today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
We're in their summer garb, yeah. Anonymous Fish is making a bold prediction, calling it now for the bird reveal. I did play on the Chew stream earlier today. There was another bird sound. There has been a second bird sound has hit the stream. A second bird. So I don't know, but it was on Twitter. Frawny has it on their Twitter account if you haven't heard it. It's like 10 seconds. I could play it, I guess, but...
Alrighty, folks. Welcome to the show. I hope you're all doing well. Today is Wednesday, the 26th of March, 2025, and there's only one stream today. Okay? Reason being, I need to actually take the time to finish up doing my yearly federal taxes.
Here we go, real quick. Here is the second chirp. The second chirp. Listen up. This is from a totally different day.
So you gotta, you just might have to be tricky trying to find the right one, right? Only one stream tomorrow. Right?
After he says right.
Find the right one, right?
Here it is.
Find the right one, right?
You tell me. You tell me, guys.
And, I did about half of it last week, and I didn't finish it. And I've been delaying.
It sounds like a fucking bird. To be fair, I've been converted into 100%. There is a bird. Yes, there is a bird. A bird exists. I am now 100% full team bird.
And I'm like, I really got to get it done. So tonight, that's it. I got to spend my whole night, probably like 4 hours, working on that. But after this, hopefully, it'll be done, and then we can get back to normalcy and a regular schedule of streaming. It is what it is, okay?
I think it might be a new bird, the Busta Maker.
Because of that,
why can't we get a new bird? Have you ever thought of the chance of a new bird or maybe a moved bird? Right.
Today we got the podcast, and we got an awesome chill stream of Suikoden, the RPG from the PS1 era that I've been playing the HD remaster / remake of in the last couple of weeks. It's been great. I've really enjoyed this game. At this point, we're around 12, 13 hours in, maybe even a little further, and having a great time. And surprisingly enough,
that's in Phil's chat, by the way, Puff Saunders.
Every single time that we have played this game, if you can believe it, I've actually hit my support goals. And that's amazing. That's shocking. I didn't expect that. In fact, I told you guys that this game is one of the ones I wanted to play the most this year, but I was afraid that I was not going to be able to do it because whenever I play classic RPGs, typically people don't show up, don't engage, and don't support.
Yes.
Well, this particular game has been the opposite. We absolutely have hit all the goals. We've got great support. Everything's been great. So I'm happy for that. And I really sincerely hope we keep that up. I love the game. I want to keep playing it.
Yes.
So far, we've done a great job of recruiting all of the characters in the game and keeping up with it. I actually don't know how many we have yet. I would think maybe around half because we've been recruiting like crazy. So hopefully you guys will stick around after the podcast and hang out with me.
Leave.
It is a chill vibe and a chill atmosphere. There's a lot of
Do not leave, everybody.
There's a lot of talking. When
Please
we play.
stay. Please.
And I hope that you guys will give it a shot if you haven't yet. It really is an old school vibe, but has a great story. It's one of the best stories in any RPG I've ever played, actually. And the story is just getting better and better, right? So good stuff there. And I hope that you guys are okay with me only doing the one stream today, okay? Now,
what if we're not? What do we do then? I hope you guys are okay with me doing the one stream today.
We have a lot to talk about today. Lots of topics. We have some gaming news updates. The weather here is kind of weird. All kinds of stuff. Let's just talk.
Huge news. Weather being kind of weird. Other news.
Off the weather quickly. So We were supposed to have a one-day heat wave yesterday, where it was going to be around the mid to high 70s Fahrenheit outside, but because the sun was out all day yesterday, my office heated up to over 95 degrees. So I actually did this
95 degrees, 30-degree jump. 30-degree jump in the office. Ooh, 30 degrees.
Podcast in a button-down shirt and pants, and by the end of the podcast, I was so overheated and sweating that people were like, you should just go change your clothes. So I did. I went to a short sleeve shirt and shorts and did the entire day streaming like that. It was so hot in here. All right, it really was. And even with the two fans, because now I have a ceiling fan and I have the oscillating fan, it rotated the air, so that's good. It made it so that it wasn't unbearable, but man, it gets hot whenever there's sun.
It gets hot.
Well, got through yesterday. And then they had changed the weather and said that it was going to be a 2-day heat wave. And now it was going to be today as well.
Who changed the weather? Who did this?
And everyone's like, oh boy, all right, well, I guess we'll get ready for it again, right?
Everyone's like this?
Well, guess what? Supposedly there is a heat wave today, but there's no sun.
What?
How can you have a heat wave with no sun?
These mouth droolers.
I don't even understand it. The weather doesn't even make sense. They're like, oh, it's going to be like 70, 80 degrees, but there's no sun. Then it's not going to be 70, 80 degrees.
Yeah, mouth droolers. What is wrong with these people?
What they are saying is that later today, not during the daytime like afternoon, but later into the night, we have an incredibly strong chance of crazy powerful thunderstorms. Now, the reason that that's weird is because we almost never have thunderstorms in the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. It's a rarity that we would have it. When I used to live in Connecticut on the East Coast of the U.S., we had them all the time, and it wasn't a big deal. But it actually makes me wonder what's going to happen with the infrastructure here, because the infrastructure out here,
oh my God, we're in trouble,
it's just so
man.
weird.
What?
Like, we get strong winds and the power goes out. Winds?
Huh?
You mean like where they have everywhere else on the planet? Yeah, because out here they just don't prepare. We get a tiny bit of snow, like an inch, and the whole state closes down.
Okay. I'm imploring everyone out there, please leave your house every once in a while, okay? More than once a week, just get outside. If you don't have any friends, just walk around, okay? Then, things like wind wouldn't be big news to you, okay? So that's just a little point to remember from old ALT here.
They just don't prepare. We get a tiny bit of
The more you know.
snow, like an inch, and the whole state closes down. So, I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I hope that the power stays on so that I can actually do my taxes. It would really suck if the power goes out and I'm sitting around with nothing to do when I had planned out this time to do this work, okay? So I guess we're going to see what happens when the rain hits. But the thing is, I don't actually think it's going to be that hot in here today because there's no sun. As long as there's no sun, this room is bearable. So even if it's hot, I think I'm okay. It's going to be a much better day today than it was yesterday when it was just like unbearable heat. I guess we'll see. But anyway, I prepared. I'm still wearing, like summer attire here, as you can see, to prepare for it. So if it's not warm, I guess I'm good. I'll just be a little bit on the cooler side. Okay?
Gotcha.
Okay. So,
okay, great start.
Moving on. So now you know the weather hopefully won't affect today's stream.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I was worried about that.
To discuss, one thing I want to check right away is yesterday, I was having crazy tech issues with my camera. What camera? Well, not the camera that I'm using right now for the podcast.
Yeah, what camera?
This camera. Okay? This is the camera that I use for my face cam for gameplay. And I love it now. I think the quality is great. It's a way better face cam than anything I did before. And I've really enjoyed having a variable camera that can zoom in or move around with AI and do all this stuff, right? It's really useful. So, last night, I'm playing Yakuza. Well,
get this.
Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. And about halfway through the stream, I just go to move, and I had the AI enabled. And when the AI is enabled, this camera follows me around the room. And I started to move. The camera went crazy. The camera literally started going like this, like crazy, like it's having a seizure. The camera literally started going like this, like crazy, like it's having a seizure. And it was wigging everyone out. Me and everyone was like, whoa, like, what the hell is going on? I never seen that before. Why is it doing that? So we tried to figure it out, and we couldn't. Like, every time I turned on the AI, if I just sat still like this, it was fine. Even if I moved just a little bit. But if I tried to go to the side where it would actually make the camera fully turn, it would just freak out. Now, we had all these theories. Could it have been my shirt that I was wearing last night? Could it have been that it was very hot in here and that was affected?
True, he's doing it again.
I have a fan on now, the oscillating fan, and we've never done that before with this camera. So there's all these different, ideas, but no one could really figure it out. All right? So now it's been a good 13, 14 hours. The camera's been off. Okay?
Yeah?
I think it's time for a live test. Shall we? So I enable the AI tracking. It's now on. And I'm just simply going to move a little bit around and see what happens. If it goes crazy, I apologize. I'll try to fix it. Ready?
Oh my God, it's live test. It's a live test.
It seems to be working again.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. But man, it was wild last night. Like, I even, the part of the video, the playthrough, I titled it, "The Camera's Been Possessed by a Demon." Because it was crazy. It felt like someone was grabbing the camera and strangling it. It was going like wobbling all over. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just check out last night's part of Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I think it's part 21.
Oh, that part. Who could forget part 21?
Because it was like the highlight of that video. Pretty wild.
You want to play it now? Maybe get people interested in checking it out? Or?
But anyway, it looks fine now. See, look, fully turning.
Well,
Stand up a little bit. Yep, look. Turning up and down. Yeah, it's working. Well, that's good. I want the face cam to obviously work. Maybe it was that it overheated, in which case I'm a little nervous. That means that if it gets hot again and I don't have the air conditioner in, the camera might keep malfunctioning.
Once you hit 70 degrees, webcams have a real problem. You know that.
I mean, I hope not. I hope that's just a kind of a one-time thing. I don't know what caused it.
Yeah, it was nighttime, too. Yeah. Not even full sun was there.
But
70 degrees is rough, though, for any webcam. You guys know that.
All right. Well, good news is it works right now. Let's turn the AI off for now and get back to normal here. Yeah, Don't Be Koala. I tested it on the Daily Wrap, and it also had that issue.
Denty Koala in the house, as always. Don't worry. Denty Koala's there to help out. Life blows when chicks don't, says Tyrone had Cat hitting a high note there. I hope she's having a good time with a gentleman, making her feel ecstasy. That would be cool. Faradox says taking time off because he got too much simp money. You could say that, right? He's taking 2 days off this week. Has too many simps. Tonight as well. Too many fucking simps. Tired of it. Fucking simps, douchebags.
So I don't know.
It's you're the fault because you simp them.
That's
what he said. That's what he said.
I don't know what caused it. It's just bizarre. But we'll see what happens today. I'm only doing the one stream today. The thing is, I used that camera all day yesterday for Call of Duty, and it didn't do it. It only did it on the late stream and only the second half of the Pirate Yakuza stream. So maybe it was an overheating factor. I don't know. So here's the deal.
Okay. Fantastic start to the show. We have weather updates and camera updates.
Essentially, what's going to happen is today's hot, but not really. It'll be hot, but it won't be like as hot as yesterday. Then we get back to like normal Pacific Northwest weather again for the spring. That means the days are only going to be like in the 50s, maybe 60, but a lot of rain. I'm not going to put the air conditioner in, but the next time that we get a heat wave, I'm just going to put it in.
Good point, man.
All right. And by the way, it should be a lot better now this year. Why? Because now I have these blackout curtains with insulation rather than the old blinds that were crappy. The old blinds that I had didn't block the sun properly, did not insulate from heat or cold at all. It just kind of was messy. These the actual air conditioning should go behind these curtains, no problem, should insulate well, and should keep the cold in well. So because of that, I should actually have a nice condition in this room now, way better than I used to. So we'll see. For that. Fingers crossed, but I'm hoping for the best. All these nice upgrades that I've done in the last 6 to 8 months are panning out and actually working out nicely for the future. Okay? All right, camera works. Weather's good.
What other fun stuff can we talk about? Goals.
All right, let's get to it. Let's talk about last night, because last night we actually had an interesting discussion on the late stream. So, on the late stream last night, we were talking about various things, and one of the things we were talking about was the current reward goal for when we hit 80 goals hit
Told
here on the
you.
streams. Currently, we're at 75, all right? So we're halfway to 80. And, I have today's stream. We have tomorrow 2 streams. I'm not here Friday or Saturday this week. So it is a shorter streaming week for me. So chances are, unless we get a really big rally of support today or tomorrow,
Not
I'm not
likely.
going to hit the goal this week.
Yep.
Okay?
Oh, hold on. Let's see what Boss Man thinks about this. Boss Man's just hearing this. Boss Man, what do you think? No, come on. Don't do this. Boss Man, don't do this. We have another week next week. That's the best thing. The goals never stop, Boss Man. We'll be back next week, brother. Come on. Oh, God. We got to talk him down.
And there's nothing I can really do about that.
Shit.
Fair enough. I just so everyone knows, if you rally and support, thank you. That would be amazing if we hit the goal by the end of the week. But it's already a shorter streaming week, and I have a stream missing tonight. I mean, too many missed streams for me to really hit the goals this week. Okay? But we talked about it last night, and people were like, well, the reward is that you're going to try Taco Time, which is this chain of, fast food, Mexican-style food that's really only for...
Boss Man's going away for 6 months? Damn, Boss Man. What did he do this time? What did he do? I don't even know why he ever gets banned. What does he do to get banned? Does he say bad stuff? Say can we watch something else? I'm kind of thinking about it, but no, we'll keep it today.
Fast food, Mexican-style food that's really
jail
only
style.
focused...
He's going to jail style thing. It's not a ban style thing. 6-month rehab, no phone or stream. Well, honestly, that's the best thing for him. Honestly, so...
the Pacific Northwest of the United States. Other places don't have it.
He legitimately needs that, you know what I'm saying? So good luck, Boss Man.
So a lot of people were interested, very interested, at basically me doing something that was different and unique rather than just keep going to chains that are established that everyone can go to. So that's why we said we would do that, right? Well, guess what? What ends up happening is, we're talking about this last night, and someone comes into the stream and says, hey, Phil, are you aware that Chick-fil-A has a new sandwich? And I said, I'm well aware. We talked about this, actually, earlier in the week. And, the game title's wrong? I'll fix it then. We talked about this earlier in the week.
Thank you.
And,
oh, my God. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I didn't update it at all. My bad. Let me update Kick. I forgot to update Kick completely. It even has the wrong date and everything. It's my fault. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me fix it. So now Kick should be fixed. My bad if you're a Kick viewer. I had the schedule right, but I didn't update all the stats on the stream, and that's on me. Sorry about that. Slipped my mind. Now it should be good. Thank you for telling me. Okay. All right. So someone comes in and says, hey, did you hear about this new sandwich at Chick-fil-A? I'm like, yeah, we were looking at
Good
food
question.
items. Just a few
when does the bank rehab start for me? Never.
days ago on the podcast, and it did come up and we talked about it.
Yes,
but it just looked
right.
like one sandwich. It didn't look like a big deal or whatever. And they were like, oh, no, it is a big deal because if you're not aware, like Chick-fil-A, never has new stuff, ever. They always just have the same menu. So it's actually a big deal when they get something new, and all the people who do...
Oh, wait. Loki Whiskey and 2 other people were saying the same thing. Loki Whiskey said, no, he lied. He said that his wife mentioned Chick-fil-A. He's saying someone told him, but last night he said Kat told him. Okay, hold on, real quick. So there's nothing else to do here, so I know no one's going to mind me checking this. Hold on.
Never have a deal about it, but it just looked items. It says, hey, did you hear about this? All right, so... someone comes in and says, hey, did you hear about this new sandwich at Chick-fil-A?
Someone comes in and says, okay, so now I'll check last night.
Filet did come up, but we talked about it. Food items. It says, hey, did you hear about that?
One more time.
All right. So someone comes in and says, hey, did you hear about this new sandwich at Chick-fil-A? I'm like, yeah, we talked. It's a big deal because if you're not aware, Chick-fil-A,
it's not a big
never
deal,
has new stuff.
It's funny.
Ever. They always just have the same menu. So it's actually a big deal when they get something new, and all the people who do the fast food tastings try it and everything. And this sandwich perhaps is limited time. They're kind of advertising it as limited time. So you should probably do this right away. And I was like, really? You think that's interesting? And then apparently I found out they have a new drink too. So they have a new drink and they have a new sandwich. So it's 2 new things to try at Chick-fil-A. And so we're talking about it. And basically the determination that we came to, all right, was that Taco Time isn't going anywhere. Taco Time is literally a business that's going to be out here forever. And therefore, it makes sense for me to do the limited time stuff while it's available for a limited time and then go do the other normal stuff later on in between the limited time items. So for example, this week makes sense to maybe do this sandwich at Chick-fil-A and the drink. And then next week is the launch of the Minecraft meals at McDonald's. And I should do those during the launch week of that. See, but then after that, when we get back to normal stuff and there's no limited time options, then I should go back to the ones that are just all the time. All right. So that's what we're going to do. We talked about it last night. We determined it. I said, all right, let's do it then. All right. So this week when we hit 8.
Okay. It's not a big deal, but here we go. I'm so bored that I don't care. Here we go. This is last night. He says something else.
We're going to do Chick-fil-A if we hit the goal tonight, Dumpy Koala, because we were talking about it, and people were like, hey, you know, this would be better for you to do Chick-fil-A than to do Taco Time. And my wife actually was interested in it because she wants to try.
See, you're felting yourself here. He told his wife about it, and she said she wants to try
this new sandwich that's coming out.
See, so Chew, too much Chew today. She's interested in that.
80 goals. It's going to be DSP tries it, the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Sandwich. And
she's interested in that, not someone told him that.
And I believe it's the pineapple dragon fruit drink. I think it's either a shake or an icy. I'm not sure, but that's like their new thing because they just got dragon fruit drinks at Chick-fil-A for the first time ever. So they have just like the regular version, which is just like lemonade, dragon fruit flavored. But then they have a shake that has it in it. So I can do either basically.
No.
So that's going to be the next reward. All right, the next episode of DSP tries it coming up at 80 goals hit. Okay, so.
Too much streaming today.
I hope that is more interesting to you than, say, Taco Time, because it seemed like at first Taco Time was exciting, and then people were like, well, I'm not that interested. So hopefully now you guys will be a little more interested, and if it's good, maybe something you'll go out and check out yourself, because that is the appeal of DSP Tries It, is that, you know, if I try the item and it ends up being good, then you get interested, you can go get it for yourself, or if it's bad, then you can skip it, and that's what a lot of people do.
I'll check that now.
When they watch the show.
I'll check that now. Hold on.
All right.
I trust you guys. Trust me. Let me check it. Trust me. I trust you.
He won't let me run my show. I'm trying to run the show, and he's crawling all over me. He's being a nut. Okay.
Okay, he's being a nut.
Billy boy. Okay, so that's what we're doing. All right, so speaking of which, last night we did hit the goal for Pirate Yakuza. And I was shocked because Pirate Yakuza hasn't been getting great support, but we actually got more than halfway to the goal, and then someone dropped a big contribution near the end of the stream. So we hit it.
30 minutes of overtime to make sure that happens.
We got to 75. All right, now, today, it's soy coated. All right, soy coated, we have historically always done.
Soy coated. Now, he's legitimately saying it now, soy coated. Soy coated.
It's soy coating. All right. Soy coating, we have historically always done well. I'm not kidding.
Soy
like, we're
coating.
like, shoot, 5-6 streams in. And every time we played the game, we've hit the goal. So... I'm shocked, just like you. I never thought that a classic style JRPG would actually be something that would work. I thought this is going to be the game that every time I play it, no one's going to show up. Everyone's going to complain that it sucks, and I'm going to get no support, but I love this game, and I hope that people will see that I have passion for the classics, and I really want to play this. I wanted to play this one with you guys for years and years, so I'm very excited that we're doing it together, and I hope that you guys are having a good time, that are sticking around. There's people who are here every time, and they're helping me to recruit the characters and everything, and I appreciate that because I love this game. It's really great, okay?
Please tip. Here it is. Big ups Lemtex for this. This is the early stream mentioning that same thing.
By the way, I was just talking with my wife, and she was like, I guess there's a new sandwich at Chick-fil-A.
Okay, that means, yes, I agree with you guys now, by the way. What that means is he was searching and found it. That's what he means. And then he forgot that she told him about that. He forgot that he told everyone else that she told him about it. So he had to make up someone else that told him about it, even though it was him that found this himself and it was all his idea. You are correct, everybody. That's what happened. He can't be the one that finds it because then he's worried about fast food too much.
Today, since I'm only doing one stream, let's follow suit. Today for the one stream.
Follow suit, guys.
Let's hit the goal. Let's get to 76 and keep that momentum rolling into tomorrow, my final streaming day of the week. All right. Let's get some support going. We actually have our first contribution right now.
Flatman B says, a raindrop fell on his arm. God bless everyone.
It's a $5 tip from Flatman B. He says, what's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. God bless and positive vibes. Thank you to Flatman.
Thanks you, Flatman.
For a $5 tip. I appreciate that. And for the record, Flatman last night, he'd been trying to contact me apparently for several days, but I kept getting, his emails kept going to spam.
Why does everyone need to know this? But he did
contact me last night, and he says, I've been on your streams regularly now for a couple of weeks. I like your content, and, I'd like to help out as a part-time moderator for when I'm there. And I said, sure. Okay. So Flatman has been made a part-time moderator. He's not going to be there all the time.
He's a part-time moderator. He's in his probation period right now. He's a part-time moderator.
For when he's here, he's going to help out moderating the chat, okay?
Uh-huh. It's an observational period right now for him. He's a part-time moderator.
Thank you, Flatman, for your support, and thank you for offering to help.
I thought that too. Flatman was a LARP, didn't you? Because Flatman, flathead. It could be a LARP, like someone that's willing to throw away money for the LARP. I don't know, but he's a mod now, so I guess we'll see. Keel says, "News: I am so unhealthy. 72 may as well be 105." Yep. That is correct. When you have that much grease on your skin. Mechanic Drew says 53 Fahrenheit today, Seattle and raining. Big us Mechanic Drew for the weather style updates, the real weather style updates. And Copeside Phil says kind of like how AMD CPUs are known to overheat. That's why they're famous.
Moderate as well. Okay.
They're
so
famous
I'm being asked
for
by
that.
James, if the good support continues for Suikoden, will you play the sequel sooner? To be honest with you, I never even thought about playing the sequel at this time. I always
Why
thought,
not?
well.
That's true. Terrence Gaming, thanks for reminding me. He's a flat earther Christian that does have a podcast about flat earthing. That is true. So it's pretty elaborate LARP if that's the case. It's like an 8-month snakening of a certain Kino casino. Same level right there if that's true.
At this time, I always thought, well, the first game isn't going to do good. Because of that,
real quick, I'm sorry. What do you do about a flat Earth podcast? Like, yep, Earth's still flat, huh? Yeah, it is. I still believe that, actually. Yeah, it is. Today, I was thinking, like, maybe the Earth is round, but I was like, nope, still flat. What do you do? What's the content there?
I'm not gonna talk about the sequel. If support stays good for this game. Yes, absolutely. I would consider playing the sequel this year, maybe even over the summer. Right now, obviously, for the spring, we're going to play through one. Then we're probably going to give it a little bit of a rest.
Conspiracy theories, I'm guessing.
Want to go back-to-back, samey content like that because it does get boring. Like, I've tried doing Mario into Mario and Sonic into Sonic and stuff like that. And it becomes too much, especially for a longer game. But absolutely, if the support keeps coming, if people keep showing up and engaging and hanging out and having a good time the way that they have, I would consider playing the sequel this year as well. Okay?
Oh, my God.
If that's more
awesome.
incentive to come by and hang out and support these streams, then please do.
Please.
Yes, I love it. And 2 is just as good as 1, if not better. I remember that 2 had some improvements to it that I really liked. So, yeah, I am down for it if you guys are. All right, like I said, probably during the summertime, that would be a great time to do it when there's a lot of downtime. It seems like right now, the one thing going on in the summer will be the Switch 2, which is great, but the Nintendo first-party titles will only last so long. So maybe that'd be a perfect time to then jump into Suikoden 2.
We're in trouble. Right? Please tip, but I'm down with the sequel.
Okay. Does it carry your save over from the first game? It does, doesn't it? And I think I'm remembering. I think if you got all 108, if you get all 108 of the characters in the first game, I think it carries over and something special happens in the second game. I'm almost positive. And this is one of the rare occurrences where a save file on PS1 would actually affect a future game of the series. There are very few games that happened, but this was one of them if I remember correctly. I'm starting to remember now. Yeah.
Okay. If I remember correctly, I'm starting to remember now. Okay. Cool.
It's a small encounter, but it's very cool. I think I remember it. I think I'm remembering it now. Yeah. Cool. All right. So listen. Thank you guys for your support. Thanks for your positive suggestions. Let's keep this pattern going. Let's hit the goal on this one stream I'm doing today so that Suikoden, is it Suikoden? Suikoden? I don't know. I don't care. I'm just going to pronounce it every different way every time I say it just to piss people.
Dented LARPer here, Dented Tourist here, so the super chat says, I'm curious what you feel the unique value proposition is of your stream. What are we getting here that is unique? What is special that you're offering? So this will be a 20-minute thing.
Well, but anyway, yes, please support the stream and let's keep it rolling. And yeah, number 1, Chick-fil-A, DSP tries it coming up next, which I think will be exciting. Number 2, if this playthrough keeps getting supported well, probably I'll play the sequel this week for sure. I don't see why, or not this week, this year for sure. I don't see why I wouldn't. Yeah, all this good stuff coming. Okay? Cool?
Samuel Radams.
So an obvious sock account just did a $5 super chat saying, what's the value?
Why is that an obvious sock account? Is that a fun? Remember you said all the sock accounts have disgusting names? Samuel Radams is one. I don't get the disgustingness of this, but I will Google it and see.
Value proposition of your streams. It's this simple. You're getting someone who has been in this business for 17 years, who has absolutely no incentive to say that a game is good or bad, but is honest, straight down the middle, and a straight shooter. Every time that you watch me play a game, you know you're getting my honest reaction and feedback. I'm not shilling
that's good.
something to you, but I'm also not crapping on something because neither benefits me. Okay? When you come to my streams, you get a chill vibe, a nice relaxed atmosphere of fun. It feels like you're kind of with a friend playing a game and watching them play, right?
That begs you for money. Remember all those friends you had back in the day when they were asking you for money?
Same time, you get to see some awesome, funny moments when I rage at certain games, because that's kind of my shtick.
Yo, dude, that was awesome. Want to play NBA Jam? Yeah, I mean, I want to play NBA Jam, but that's going to cost you. We got a goal to hit, brother.
Play multiplayer as I'm always kind of angry, right? So, yeah, you come by and you say, hey, I'm going to have a good time with games and with Phil, whether he's podcasting, whether he's playing a game, whether he's building a Lego set, whether he's having a chill night with an indie game or a big AAA game or a big multiplayer game or a single-player RPG. It's just a nice, relaxed, honest, positive atmosphere. No one's getting hurt. No content is destroying anyone on the internet. I don't put out that kind of content, and I don't want to, and I never want to. I aspire to be something better than that. Even if it means that I'm small time because I'm not a sellout and I'm not a big bully, I still get to make a living doing what I love. And at the end of the day, no one is hurt in the process. So that's the value proposition of my content. And if you don't understand that or get it, well, there's nothing I can really do to change that. But if you hang out for a while, I think you'll have a good time. Okay. Let's get that on the leaderboard, and I'm just going to call that person
what?
Obvious Sock Account, because it is an obvious sock account. But thanks for the $5 super chat regardless.
Is Samuel Radham something I don't know? Because I would never think that was a sock account personally.
Okay. All right. So now all that being said.
Shout-outs. Friday and Saturday this week. If you want to give the full
Let's
plug.
Get some support rolling today. We've got our first super chat and our first tip. Yeah. Let's get a membership. How about a sub over on Kick? Let's get a little bit of momentum going throughout all the different ways to contribute. All right. And
this is part of the value proposition, sir.
And once you get momentum rolling, it actually comes naturally. It really does. That's what I've noticed, is once you start pushing towards a goal or pushing towards a milestone, then people want to hit that goal. They want to support, but it's all about that initial push. So if we can get that going, I guarantee you that on this podcast, we'll actually do really well. That's what's happened is when I've played Suikoden, every time I play it during the podcast, the momentum gets moving. And then by the end of the show, we get close to or sometimes even hit the goal. So we don't have to worry about it when I'm playing the game, and we can just focus on the chill vibes of the game. So let's do that, right? So who's going to be the next super chatter? Let's get a member. We don't have any memberships right now or subs. Let's get our first sub over on Kick.
Nope, that's not coming
anymore,
anymore,
who's going to top that $5 tip from Flatman B? Let's get some momentum rolling on the stream.
All right. Hey, how about some band names, huh? Jasper Killed Rabbit with the T at the end uppercase. Andy's Sculpted Abs Reel, unfortunately, bit the dust. Poor Dead Rabbit Reel hit the dust. Phil Jong-un Dictator, and the dick is uppercase in that case. Hot Sun Unlike Cat Sun Reel. Blue Collar Begging, get it? I like that one. $1,500 for Eat Slop Reward. 43-year-old Minecraft B-Day, LMFAO. Pizza party at the Burnell Zoo. Trolls level 220, DSP level 1. Support please. 100 dislike goal real. Parrots aren't family real. Divine Cat Shield upgrade, and the upgrade is uppercase. Upgrade. This is one funny dude, though. This one person. He's pretty funny, man. Who are you?
Okay.
Let me know. Who are you? Divine Cat Shield upgrade.
I don't know how to pronounce the game, and no one seems to be able to tell me. People say it's Suikoden, it's Suikoden, it's Soikoden, it's Soikoden. No one can actually tell me how to pronounce it. I don't think anyone actually knows. Keep in mind, these games were made in the 90s when there was no verbal pronunciation of anything. No one was making videos. It was all print text, so people talked about the game in a magazine. How do you say it? I don't fucking know. No one knew. Like I said, for the longest time, we always said Ryu. In Street Fighter 2, we never said Ryu. We didn't know his name was Ryu. We thought his name was Ryu. Everyone called him Ryu.
Ryu.
So there you go.
The Japanese pronunciation of that is Ryu. One syllable. That was very close to being my son's name, by the way, but we pulled an audible.
Suikoden? Is it Suikoden? It's not soy. So it's Suikoden.
It's not soy?
Coden. Suikoden. Suikoden. All right, Suikoden. There you go.
You don't have to add that to it, though. No, that was Chu's idea, by the way, guys. That was Chu's idea, but I said it was bad because no one can pronounce it. So I chose a name that's easier to pronounce.
Suikoden. All right, Suikoden. There you go. I'm going to say it just like this. So today we're playing Suikoden.
Uh-huh. That is not how you have to do that, but...
How dare I say it like that when I'm white, right? Very offensive.
What?
Okay. Damien, thank you for a $10 super chat. He says, I'm here for the push today. Thank you, Damien. Damien has been here, I think, for every Suikoden stream and has supported all of them.
No one said that
So thank you very much, Damien, for that. That's our top contribution of the day so far. Let's get that on the leaderboard.
No one said that. No one said the...
I can't...
martial arts style he's trying to do here.
Hold on a second. My positioning is off, so I can't move my mouse. Okay, there we go. Jeez. Okay.
People are now in Kick Chat just begging Dumpy Koala to donate. It's like, Dumpy, can we get some momentum going? It's basically only you, Dumpy.
So now we're up to 20 of support.
It's only you, Dumpy. Can you get the momentum going? It's up to you, man.
Again, once we get the momentum rolling, we can keep it rolling. So let's keep it rolling. Who's next, right? Who's going to top that tip? Let's get someone to top the $5 tip. All right? Me too, Damien. I love the game too. Suikoden is a great game.
We don't have to keep doing that. Big ups, Joe Dub says, Phil's sounding like a middle manager even more. Now, guys, we didn't hit our objective for the week, so no pizza in the break room. Okay? I hope that person makes another video, because it's every day you could do one, literally. Big ups, Joe Dub.
Okay. All right. So anyway.
Okay.
Great. Let's just briefly look at the schedule. Sadly, I don't have a long schedule to show you because I'm off so many days this week. It's a weird week for sure.
Sadly, I don't have a long schedule to show you.
Suikoden. Not so, it's Suikoden. Excuse me. Suikoden. No stream tonight because I got to work on the tax shit. All right. Tomorrow, I'm going to give it a shot tomorrow. All those people in a series of guests, co-hosts, guys.
Hold on, let me hear this.
Co-broadcast on DSP Reacts channel on YouTube and on the Kick channel, DSP Gaming Reel. And yes, my first in a series of guests, co-hosts will be Ethan Rell.
Okay.
And we're going to talk all about wrestling. So I hope that you guys will enjoy. We're going to talk about Raw or SmackDown and Raw, and then obviously his history with wrestling and go back and forth a little bit. And it's going to be a good time. All right. I hope you will join me for that tomorrow night. It's going to be a good one. Then I'm off on Friday and Saturday. Okay. And that's weird. Usually I'm not off 2 days a week, but I got some stuff I got to take care of this week. Going to try to spend some time with my wife. And then I'll be back on Sunday for a full 6 days of streaming. So here's the deal.
Okay, go ahead.
There is a weekend beta of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves.
Okay, no one cares.
It was very endlessly and had no training mode. Okay, you couldn't do much again. Come on, for it. But I guess we'll see what happens, okay? And then Sunday night, stream, we did good, but I've noticed distinctly when I'm playing Call of Duty now, we're getting less people who are excited for it and less support.
Okay.
I think that's because I've been playing it so much. I've been playing it since it came out, and then we kind of like hit the reset button back in January when I started playing on keyboard and mouse here.
Yeah, we did Vulps yesterday. I time-stamped it on yesterday's stream.
It felt like I was playing a whole new game, and therefore it felt like we're starting over, which was great. Like, I enjoyed doing that, but I think a lot of people are just kind of burnt out on it now. So maybe we play it less. This coming week, maybe we just don't play it at all. I have heard there is a new event coming out right at the beginning of April. So I think what we should do is, at the very least, hold off on doing any Call of Duty gameplay until the new content releases in early April. Okay? I guess we'll see. All right? So that's probably going to be on hold this next week. I don't know about Street Fighter at all next week, because if I'm balancing, Suikoden,
my God. Okay.
Actual release of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves at the end, I need to focus on what I'm doing now to try to make progress and get through the games I'm playing so we have time for the new ones coming out. Okay?
Okay. Big ups Life Blows When Chicks Don't.
Okay, cool.
Says the only cat on his lap is Jasper. Big ups.
What on earth are you talking about? Karaoke night where people call in? What? What on earth are you talking about, Gars? Anyway. All right. So, excellent. Now, let's take a look here. I received a $6 tip. And this tip is from Mars Inhabitant. It's okay to freely express yourself. So we cool didn't. Thanks for your streams. Evolution is a fact. Praise science. Wow.
Okay.
That was like 17 different ideas in one little message. Thank you.
That was
for
two,
the $6
actually.
tip. Mars Inhabitant is now the top tipper of the day. Let's get them on the leaderboard.
That was two things? Okay.
The next top super chat, who's actually going to do $10 instead of $9.99? Who's going to be the next top tipper? Who's going to do like a $7 or $8 tip to become the top tipper of the day and get on the leaderboard?
Wow.
And also, so far, no gifted memberships and no subs. Let's get some momentum in that regard as well. Again, just a little bit gets the momentum flowing. So if we get one of each, then all of a sudden you're going to see people like, oh, okay, and then we're going to get more people contributing to hit that goal. And I would love to hit that goal by the end of this podcast. That would be ideal, because as you know, when we go to play Suikoden, basically people will tune out, which always happens.
Dumpy, can we get some momentum going?
I know, it's an old school RPG, but if we've already hit the goal by then it doesn't matter, right? We've already completed it, and then we could just focus on the game, right? Cool.
This is some very high-density begging today, isn't it?
Let's do it. I mean, I see a lot of people over on Kick right now who don't have crowns.
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of people who definitely would like to benefit from having one, including all my emotes and all the awesome stuff that comes with it.
Nah.
All right? Who's going to gift a sub over on Kick? Let's get our first gifted sub, right?
So this looks like a chargeback to me.
Yes, I just said.
It says DSP Super Fan. I love PSP, and they have the incident face, but you can't charge back super chats though, right? But they have the incident face, and they say I love you PSP.
We're gonna be doing.
I don't get it.
We're gonna be doing more of Disco Elysium Sunday night. Now this is funny. Someone named DSP Super Fan.
Yeah,
but it has my O face from 2016.
Yeah,
whose account was just created 7 minutes ago. Just did a $20 super chat, and it's legit. It's a legit super chat, because if it wasn't, it would say, like Argentinian or whatever.
Oh, you can refund super chat.
PSP. So they didn't even spell my name right. They just love PSP instead of DSP.
So I guess they're thought that
Thanks
was
for
funny,
$20. You're now the top super chatter of the day. Appreciate that. I don't know why you did it on such a weird sock account. But there you go.
Well,
thank you. Now we're up to 46 and climbing. It's just like I said, man, you guys are really you're really sticking it to me when you throw chunks of money at me.
So do you think it's
like, wow, you really got me there.
Do you think it's real
Thanks
or not?
for the 44 gifted subs. You really stuck it to me.
There it is again.
Felt it.
We all love PSP. All right.
He did it again. He had another $20 super chat. He says, we all love PSP. I don't know if he's talking about DSP or the actual PSP.
It's weird. It's definitely weird, but...
Yeah, super chats, I'm telling you, super chats can't be charged back. They actually can't be. Once you do a super chat, it 100% is legit and it sticks. So I've gotten credit from every super chat ever. The trick is when someone uses one of the VPNs and they try to do a super chat and it looks huge and it ends up being like 10 cents. But
that's
these
a different currency.
These are legit. So I just got another $20 super chat from this guy. Thank you. Again, whoever this is, thank you. And now we're up to...
Very strange. Anyways.
Man, he really got me. I'm in lots of pain right now. Because he's using my O face from 2016 as his avatar. I can't take it. It's very embarrassing stuff.
Marine X coming in hot here. It says, YouTube has a way to do it. Trust me, I've been at this for a while. All right, I trust you.
Right?
I guess that's it. But now he's going to start worrying about stuff, guys. So here's the question. Is he going to say, like, hey, we got 2 big super chats. I don't know if they're going to stick, though, guys. So, you know?
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, we're going to get the worried part soon.
Anyway. All right, moving on. So I have some actual news stories today to cover for you guys. If you want to. They're both regarding the FGC today. All right. What's up, McCoy? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, McCoy? That'll get us 1. And there's been no Jade either today, so we have all our bonus opportunities. And we'll get our first pedestal up there here. Go. A 209.
Duh. You can't. This has always been like that.
Show me the money.
Okay. So it has to be unauthorized. So if you say it's an unauthorized thing, okay, so you just got to convince them that it was an accident, right? So you can do it, though. There you go. They made if you don't recognize a YouTube transaction, check with your family and friends. So if you just easy to lie there, right? Oh, there you go. Report unauthorized purchase. So it's possible. There you go.
If I made O-Face merch, you would buy it? See, I probably could now. I probably could make merch of that. If I felt like it, I could. I don't know how many people would actually buy it, but I could make merch of that now if I felt like it, because I have a merch shop, and the merch shop works with me and does whatever I basically is okay. You know, they don't give a shit. There was a time when I had intention to do stuff with that, and then basically it was like removed. Like, for example,
he said every time people bring it up, Catherine cries about it, by the way. And the real story of this, if he ever did that, what he would do, some detractor would also release a shirt of it so they can get it there. No detractor would ever buy it. So, I mean, maybe if he'd sell 5 of them.
I used to stream on Twitch. And I wanted to actually use that as an emote. And I added it, and Twitch denied it and said, oh, no, you can't do that. That's sexual content. I'm not kidding you. Twitch told me
it is
that my O-Face was too strong sexual content.
No, they said it is sexual content. It is of you jerking off, which is the definition of sexual content.
Site. I want you to think about Twitch.
Yes,
and all the content that they have on that site. All right? But my O-Face was too strong of sexual content, and they denied me using the emote. I'm not making that up. Now I have it. Now it is an emote on Kick. I have it as an emote in my Kick chat. I don't care. You know, it's in my past. It's not a big deal. You know, it's funny stuff. I agree. It was one of the most, again, that's still to this day, it's the most embarrassing moment of my life, you know, but I'm happy that it's in the past. Thankfully, you know.
So CTU Agent 247 says, you got to have Cyrex dancing to the temple. I am not lying when I tell you I have a video for that, but I can't get the green screen to work so well with this. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you can hear it. I took the audio. I think the audio's off. But I tried to green screen this, but it's too low quality. It does not look good. But I do have this. This is ready. But I tried to green screen it, and it's too bad quality, bad color. But I want to get this in. I was trying to make it happen, but the green screen looks too fucked up on it so far with everything I tried. But this would be amazing. I really want this. But if Cerulean has some better way to do it, I'll do it if he tells me how. I'll send it to him, but yeah. But I would love, I mean, he's ready for the temple right now. He is fucking getting ready for the temple, as you can see. Have the time of his fucking life, man. But anyways, we'll go. I want him to be in there. You know, I'm telling you, he's ready.
So that's a good thing.
Final Cut Pro can magnetic mask that. All right, I tried with what I usually do, which is like runway AI tool with green screen. It usually works. That's how I did all my green screen shit. But with that one, it's fucked up. But I'll give it a shot.
That and something silly to laugh at, you know. So it doesn't bother me. That's why I have it over there as an emote. No one even really uses it that much either. I can't do any emotes on YouTube because some people have asked me since I started streaming on Kick months ago. Wow, you have all these cool emotes on Kick. All these motion ones. Can't you add any new emotes on YouTube? No, because what happened was years ago, okay, when they started with these fake member nonsense, okay? It was about a year and a half ago now.
I mean, Argentinian members, which are real members.
People discovered you could use a VPN to buy memberships on YouTube en masse for cheap. So my VPN to buy memberships on YouTube en masse for cheap. So my trolls went in there, and no lie, at one point they got me over like 3,000 members. Okay, this unlocked an incredible amount of emote slots, and so we filled them up. But now I'm locked at that number. The only way I can get more emotes is to get like over 3,000 members. Well, guess what? I have like 400. I think. I don't even know.
Ooh.
I legit don't even know how many members I have on YouTube. I wonder. I wonder if I can even see that.
Isn't it your job to know?
Yeah. Think here.
I can push it.
Memberships. Let's see how many I have. Oh, I have a ton of fake members again. Someone came in here and was gifting fake members earlier this month. So I was at, I was right. I was at around between 400 and 500 members. Legit members, like people who like the content and pay and actually renew every month.
Okay.
And then these idiots came in and gifted me a whole ton of fake members this month. So now I'm over 1,000 again. And they're all fake. You know what I mean? They're all fake. I don't get anything for them. It's like pennies on the dollar.
So you get pennies then.
So yeah, the only way that I could actually add more emotes on YouTube would be to have to get like 3,200 members or something insane like that, which is never going to happen. All right.
100 members real. Say that. Yeah. 100 members real. That's more like it. Yeah. And most of those are gifted. So it's not that many people re-upping every fucking month. Ice Yamamoto says, I already had the new items and the drink is on point, but Phil wants his fans to pay for his lifestyle. Yes. That as well, Ice Yamamoto. Yes. You're responsible for that. To show people he's successful doing whatever he wants. Don't forget that. Grimnir has a good idea. Part-time moderator. Part-time moderator. He thinks the earth is flat, but the only thing flat is his head. I'll stop. That's not that good.
So that's why I just can't add anything new on YouTube. I really wish YouTube would update. They would have motion animations in the chat.
I gotta spice that up.
And they would do everything that everyone else does. You know, Kick and Twitch essentially are copies.
Navigator.
And they have all this awesome stuff in the chat. And it doesn't work on YouTube. They never update it. Keep in mind,
Chicken the Ring's coming up, guys. There you go.
Years ago, when I started streaming on YouTube full time in 2021, YouTube had a big announcement. We're going to update everything. We're going to add all these new moderation options. We're going to add all these new chat options. We're going to fully make our streaming better to incentivize people to come over to YouTube. And they started paying people to exclusively stream on YouTube. They then proceeded to literally not do any of that. They never updated anything. They didn't improve. They just kind of left it stagnant. So there's really no incentive to come stream on YouTube besides, I just don't like Twitch. Because Twitch sucks and takes more money. Stupid.
What's the question again? What's the question again?
Because I can stream at the best.
It's been 10 minutes since I asked the question. I don't know what the fuck he's ranting about. All he's talking about is YouTube problems. Now he's talking RGBs. What's the question again? What's the question again?
Quality. I'm streaming at 1440p there right now. You can't stream at 14.
That doesn't work, but we are bored.
40p on Twitch or Kick. You can only do it on YouTube. So that's why I like YouTube streaming. I can do high quality gameplay for you guys. So, no, to my knowledge, Kick doesn't do any sales.
Would you ask
like
again?
Hearts to Heart says Twitch does discounts on subs every now and again. Does Kick do that? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I know they do remember they used to do September, where subs were like half price for all of September, and people would always get a big boost in subs and make a lot of money that month. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Well, they don't do that on Kick at all, I don't think, right?
Blink 220,
so.
yeah. Mighty Mole and Feng Young says it. This is in the running, guys.
People are complimenting my shirt today. I'm glad you like the shirt.
They're definitely telling the truth,
very soon, not yet, but very soon I am going to switch over to the more spring-summer attire. Just not yet, because it's going to cool down again. Like tomorrow, and it's going to be cooler again. So probably for another few weeks, I'll go back to wearing long sleeve stuff. But then probably by mid-April, the temperatures will start to increase, and I'll probably put in my air conditioner, and I'll be wearing stuff like this every day. Okay?
Please, middle manager that part. Please.
Cool.
Just so you know, guys, I will be converting over to my summer attire very shortly, so stay tuned for that.
All right, well, good stuff.
Any other donations?
Let's now get to our news stories for today. And by the way, again, thank you for the support. Let's keep that moving. All right, who's going to be the new top tipper? Who's going to be the first person to gift a sub on Kick? No one? Let's get one gifted sub on Kick right now. Or let's get someone to become a sub on Kick right now who's not yet. Let's just get something.
Brother, Kick is done, man.
One kind of piece of support on Kick right now. Let's do it. Okay?
Ooh, we almost got One Piece, but he changed it. What did he say?
One kind of piece of support on
One kind of piece. That does not count. No One Piece laugh.
Kick right now. Let's do it. Okay?
That was close. One kind of piece.
Do I believe the Xbox is on their last legs? I believe the Xbox doesn't care. They don't see Xbox as a console anymore. They just see it as a platform of games, which is hilarious because it's not. It really isn't. Like, Xbox is not a platform for games. They believe they are,
series.
but they're just not a force in gaming.
That's the Bollywood version.
They were a
one kind of piece. The one kind of piece is real.
Console that had exclusives. They no longer have exclusives. So now they're saying, your phone is an Xbox. Your laptop is an Xbox. No, they're not. You incredible morons. They're not Xboxes. You just don't know what you're talking about. It's bad marketing because you're giving up because you suck and you don't know how to run your company.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. We got a couple stories to cover.
Hoskew in the house says, other day my bud texted me he was short on rent, so I Venmo'd him 50. Then he invited me over to celebrate, and I got to watch him eat Arby's. Oh, that sounds like a fun party, man, Hoskew. Pretty cool. Was there another goal after that?
It was so incredibly stupid. I just want to get to it right now and get it out of the way.
It does
so we were
feel
just
like Monday,
talking about
oddly.
City of the Wolves, Fatal Fury's new game that comes out in late April. Okay, April 24th to be exact, I believe.
Okay.
And the new beta is this weekend, right? Well, guess what? They have announced a guest character. Oh, is it a character from another fighting game franchise? Is it maybe a character from a different style of a fighting game?
Why does he have Cristiano Ronaldo blocked? What the fuck is that about? Is it one of the most famous human beings on the entire earth?
Right, like or not fighting game, like video game. Maybe it's Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII in a fighting game again, because he's been in other fighting games before, right? No, it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Legitimately top 3 most famous people in the world?
From football or soccer or whatever you call it where you live. I'm not kidding you. This is not a joke. They actually are bringing in an actual sports player to be a guest star in this game. I don't know why, but I do have a theory. For those who don't know, SNK Fighting Games, which is, this company. They make King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting. They also make a lot of other games like Metal Slug and stuff like that. But basically, they are humongously huge in Spanish-speaking countries, including Mexico and Latin America and stuff like that. Speaking country, humongous
2-item list counter. I need to make that, I think, because it does happen a fucking lot. Here we go. Here is the 2-item list. You ready?
Really huge. But basically, they are humongously huge in...
Go ahead.
Spanish-speaking countries, including Mexico and Latin America.
These very famous Spanish-speaking countries, such as Mexico, Latin America, those.
And stuff like that. And you might say, why? Honestly, I don't know. But they are. These are actually like the premier fighting games. They've been huge in those countries, for a very long time. So I think what they decided was, let's get Cristiano Ronaldo as a guest star. I blocked him?
Yeah.
Someone said, why did I block him? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. You know what it probably was? At one point, X was being stupid and put him in my feed, and he just wouldn't stop. I kept probably marking it. This is important.
He wouldn't stop.
I don't want to hear about football, but they probably kept doing it. So that sometimes if you just block it, then it just removes it completely from the data, and you won't get that anymore.
He wouldn't stop. He was really bothering me. Yeah, Ronaldo's Portuguese, not Spanish. Well, he thinks everyone of that ilk is Spanish, Scribner. Don't you get it? They're all the same. You know
Probably
what I mean?
what it was. I blocked Ronaldo. He's very insulting to me. Did you see he was trolling me on X? He was sending me very, nasty tweets. So I had to block him. It's a shame. It's a shame he's so immature. Anyway, so I wonder, here's the real question.
No, please.
Will this guy actually bring any more attention or sales to the game? I don't know. I don't know if bringing a footballer into a fighting game will have the desired effect.
Footballer.
I could see some people playing as him as
Very funny him saying footballer, isn't it? Weirdly. I don't think bringing a footballer, I'm sure it'll sell a fuck ton.
Gimmick. Like they had LeBron James in Multiverses. But I don't necessarily see it being that big of a deal. Do you want to watch this? It's only a minute long.
Yeah,
Here.
come on.
Here we go.
He's an icon. A legend. And now, a fighter.
Look at the acting chops on Ronaldo. Look at this guy. Is there anything he can't do? Look surprised, Ronaldo.
Do you honestly think that Cristiano Ronaldo knows anything about fighting games or even Fatal Fury?
Oh, do you think he gives two fucks about it? He saw the zeros on the check and said, please.
If anything, he probably knows about like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
He has no idea what Fatal Fury is. They'd say, hey, we're going to pay you some money for you to do this green screen scene and put your likeness in the game. Is that okay? And he said, all I heard was money. Yes.
Yes.
He didn't even know what he said, yes. Money? Yes. Money good. Yes, please.
You're saying you wouldn't do this if they offered you thousands of dollars? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Stay in your lane, Ronaldo. Stay in your lane.
Let's do it.
That was fun.
Can you do another take, Ronaldo? That was fun. Let me hear that again.
That was fun.
His skills on the soccer pitch are exceed his skills at acting, but he's a legend nonetheless.
So I guess they're going to have him as a voice actor. He's actually voice actor.
They had him for 15 minutes. They had to be hurry. They had to hurry him up. Yeah, that'll do.
Acting himself. Well, that's interesting. All right.
I like that thought.
He makes $650 million a year playing in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now they gave him some money for this too.
Why not?
That's funny. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
God,
you tell
yes.
me.
JFX, great fucking thought, brother. Yes. Any detractor ready to fucking stream snipe, it's going to be all Ronaldo's.
Does that look good? He's fighting with a friggin' soccer ball. He's kicking it around, bouncing it off of the enemies.
Please, everyone get good at Ronaldo. Please get good with Ronaldo.
I wonder if he'll be in the beta this weekend to try him out and see if he's any good or not.
Oh, he's not even voicing his own character.
So if you're interested, definitely check it out. I don't know if anyone's interested in Cristiano Ronaldo being in Fatal Fury. What do you guys think?
Good news story,
Did I pre-order
brother.
it yet? No, I didn't. I want to play it. See, that's the thing. Like, the first beta sucked ass. It was laggy, and I'm like, I wouldn't want to buy a game and play it online like that. So I was on the fence about even getting it. And now the new beta is this weekend, but I only get to play it one stream, so I'm not even really going to get to play that much. I probably just pick new characters and mess around rather than pick My Shiranui again.
He just hates rich people, that's it.
Woo.
Nice. Remember he said he stopped doing that, but that didn't last that long. Seawook Dev says, when are the King of the Ring entries due? Not confirmed yet, but basically the end of April, probably. End of April, early May, that kind of time frame. We already have 2 submissions right now, by the way. But the official announcement coming this weekend. I promise. Promise.
It's free money to him. Of course, all he had to do was show up, film the one green screen, and do a few voice lines, and that was it. It was probably like 2 hours of work for him, and they probably paid him a few $1 million. So it's like, yeah, sure, I'll take your money. Why not?
Shiny Teeth said, pennies on the dollar, real thrifty. Okay. Shiny Teeth, you are a legend. You got to make them happen, man. These
All
are
right,
good
let's
names.
continue. We have another news story I'd like to cover. But
Any other donations?
Folks, come on. Let's get some more support.
Come on, man.
Get our first sub today over on Kick. Let's get someone to get a sub on Kick, whether a legit one or a gifted one. Let's get our first sub of the day. And same thing here on YouTube. Let's get our first membership on YouTube, whether someone joins or someone gives one to a fellow viewer. Let's get some support via the memberships and subs.
Now we are in between news stories begging.
Having had. And of course, let's get someone who's going to top the $10 tip, or the $6 tip, excuse me. Who's going to top that, and who's going to also become the new top super chatter.
Okay, here, someone asked for this. What's some questions? Here we go. Here's some possibilities.
I'm Jonathan Frakes, and things are about to get mysterious again.
So some low-hanging fruit would be, how do you explain the Grim Reaper? How do you explain the chocolate? And what about this unusually shaped chair? I think those are kind of easy, honestly. How do you explain the pen? But you have to kind of see a pen, honestly. But some of these are fucking insane, dude. What really happened here? That's good. That's a sock, Pat Paprika. That's a sock. I will remove it, though. A lot of people asked for that. Okay, there we go. Okay, go.
Let's get it going.
Yes, we did finish the first one. Yeah. Oh, the first one? No, we did not. The 2 impossible level ones, which are, have you noticed how many real estate restaurants are theme-based these days? Have you ever gone to walk in under the clear blue sky? I think those are impossible.
Speed will play it now. I show Speed. Why? Is he like Cristiano Ronaldo?
Definitely.
What's up, Ryu and Suiko? How you doing? Welcome to the Suikoden stream. So I was told that's how you pronounce it. It's Suikoden. Suikoden! That's how you pronounce the game. Okay. Fatal Fury, Marco Ronaldo. There you go. He's a Ronaldo super fan. Oh, yeah.
We are laughing.
No, I learned nothing about soccer playing FIFA. Nope. Absolutely not. Okay.
Ronaldo will fix Pig Roach rollback netcode. Shoutouts Ronaldo if he can do that. Big ups, Johnny.
All right. Our next story of the day is kind of interesting. All right. Here's why our next story is interesting.
Oh, please.
A few weeks ago, I covered a topic regarding Street Fighter 6. It was actually about a month ago at this point now, I think. And the topic was this. I felt that Street Fighter 6 was being ruined because too many people in the modern day rush to the internet and share the meta of these fighting games right away. And because they do, there is no actual time frame when people have discovery, where they play the game and they learn it at their own pace, and different people discover different things and play differently. And then those strategies are refined through competition. Instead, everything about a game is known within the first few weeks. The meta is discovered, and then these characters just aren't interesting anymore. Notably, Mai Shiranui, when she first came out, no one knew what to do with her for a couple of days. But then within a few days, all the breakdown videos were online, all the footage was online, and therefore the character just wasn't that interesting anymore. Okay?
You know, you don't have to watch those videos if you'd rather figure it out yourself. And there is definitely discovery, as Logan K says. It just happens a lot fucking faster. Okay? So you don't have to partake in the viewing of the videos.
At that time, I started a discussion. I said, did you notice that basically with these fighting games today, there is no real originality? It's not like when you're playing a fighting game back in the day, when one person would pick Ryu And their gameplay style with Ryu in Street Fighter 2 would be, I'm keeping away. I'm just going to pelt you with fireballs, and I'm going to uppercut with a Shoryuken when you jump, and I'm going to try to sweep, and that's it. I'll keep you away. That's my Ryu gameplay. But then someone else would pick Ryu, and that Ryu would actually do mid-range footsies, strategies, try to mix you up, do combos, all right? And then another person would pick Ryu, and they'd have another unique strategy, okay? So you would play old-school fighting games, and they would all feel completely unique and different depending on who you were playing. One Chun-Li would be rush down, constantly trying to hit you and throw you into throw loops. Another Chun-Li would be complete keep away with fireballs and her up kicks. And it felt great because of that. Fighting games felt interesting, different, unique, and fresh. You would go to a tournament and play someone, and you'd be like, wow, I've never experienced what I just saw before, and I learned something. So your trip out to the tournament felt like it was worth it because you would actually learn. Today, these games have been so dumbed down, and they're so easy to play with absolutely no skill required to do any of the combos or moves. They're all easy mode shit. There's no actual practice really required outside of sitting in the lab for an hour or two. You've learned everything. Yeah. And with everyone posting all of the meta strategies online right away, the era of discovery is gone. The era of individuality has left the building. Why is it that every time that we play Street Fighter 6 and we face a Cammy, a Jury, a JP, it always feels like you're fighting exactly the same person. Despite the fact you're not, you're actually fighting the same strategies, the same stuff over and over. The game's been designed that way. Okay? This is a major problem, in my opinion. This is why people are bored.
Oh, man, we already went through this. We're going through this all again?
Of playing games like Street Fighter 6. And saying, wow, this game sucks. Mai came out, the game was refreshed for 2-3 weeks, and now no one cares about Street Fighter 6 anymore. It's like...
That's not true. People that still care about it, still care about it. Okay.
When's Elena coming out? The next DLC character. Jeez, right? So, at the time that I was talking about this, Buttoncheck,
1.5.
who is an online content creator on YouTube who covers fighting games, actually picked up the story and actually covered a video or two of mine where I talked about it, and we kind of went back and forth a little bit about the discussion.
There was no back and forth about the discussion. He didn't even use the content from Philip's channel and talk shit about him too, by the way.
And where we ended the discussion was simple. The end of the discussion...
There was no discussion. There was no discussion.
...was thus. DSP is saying this now.
All the comments were ridiculous, yes.
But no one wants to ever listen to DSP. Everyone wants to turn DSP into the butt of a joke. No one likes him, right? Especially in the fighting game community, even though, as you guys know, I'm literally not a part of the fighting game community. I don't go to tournaments. I don't play games competitively. So why on earth does anyone in the fighting game community have a grudge against me? I have no fucking clue. I have not been a part of the FGC for literally, like, I would argue, 15 years. Like, the last time I cared about competitive Street Fighter was probably around the era of Street Fighter 4. So why anyone in the FGC gives two shits and doesn't like me and has a grudge against me and what I have to say, I don't know. Why people would say, oh, it's DSP, write him off, I don't know. I mean, I was back there in the formative years of Street Fighter, grinding it out in arcades, playing in tournaments, running tournaments. The track record is there and the history is there. But just because I'm DSP, apparently I'm not supposed to be paying attention. Right? Or, no, don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Fine.
But you still care then. You can see how much you care, though.
So anyway.
Okay, got it.
We had the discussion.
Makes sense.
All right?
You don't think about it.
Back when Street Fighter 5 came out, within the first few months of the game out, I highly criticized the game. And I said, listen, this game is not good. It's too flowcharty. The connections online are awful. The game is not a competitive, fun game. It doesn't hold a candle to previous Street Fighters. It's the worst one ever. Everyone yelled at me, panned me. How dare he say that? Because this was the big new fighting game and you're supposed to be hyped for it, right? Within 2 years, everyone agreed with me. And when Street Fighter 5 was retired for Street Fighter 6, almost every pro came out saying, yeah, this game was actually quite bad. Street Fighter 6 is better.
Okay.
I was there saying it at first. No one wanted to listen. But now, it's actually the popular opinion. So here we are in Street Fighter 6. Okay? And I'm saying, this game, sadly, is too easy to play. People are exposing the meta too early online. It's ruining the game. It's making it stagnant. It's making it boring. And it's making it that every time you fight a person, it doesn't feel unique. You're fighting the same bot, the same pattern. Okay. You're not fighting that person in a unique flair of gameplay. It's just, how do I perform the flowchart better than the next person to win easily, right? So, I say this, and Buttoncheck actually said it in his content. Is it that because DSP is saying it, that no one will listen? Do people actually agree?
I'm not sure that was the wording he used, sir. But big ups, Mad Ice. Thank you so much. Chew's going to get pissed about this one. But an old man whose greatest achievement is his whole life is getting 4th place on a broken port of Street Fighter 2 Turbo complains the internet is a bad thing for fighting games because he can't curb stomp Scrubs to oblivion for more than 2 days. The movie. Thank you so much, Mad Ice. I
agree with the sentiment, but because DSP says it doesn't matter, and then in 2-3 years, all of a sudden, everyone else will say it publicly and agree. Well, it's happening faster than you thought. Because, ladies and gentlemen, pros and or former pros are starting to now step up and criticize Street Fighter 6 in a way that I feel like they should. And I'm glad that people are finally having balls to do so. And in fact, the person who I'm highlighting today is not only one of the best Street Fighter players of all time in the United States, but also is well regarded as someone who knows his shit when he talks about games. The person I'm talking about is a person who I used to actually play against and run tournaments in and for back in the day, Sanford Kelly. One of the best Marvel 2 players of all time, if not arguably the best Marvel 2 of all time. Maybe you could say Justin Wong was better, Yipes was better, but he's definitely up there, right? So here's what he had to say about Street Fighter in the modern era, okay? Street Fighter 4 was very special to me because of the skill and mastery. I miss watching Street Fighter streams and seeing character-specific combos and trades into stuff. The execution and reactions people had were insane to play against and watch. I miss that era of Street Fighter. Gee, does that sound familiar?
Someone else having a take?
Does that sound familiar to anyone? It kind of sounds like what I was saying.
We're just coping about he got some traction. That's it. That is it. We are coping about 44K views on Twitter. That's the only thing we're coping about here. Cool.
Essentially, Street Fighter now is boring because no one plays
and that's not what Philip said at all, by the way. Philip has talked about the fucking the combo videos.
Individually, no one thinks for themselves. There's no era of discovery. Everyone just knows the meta within 2 weeks, copies each other, and now when you go to a tournament or you watch a tournament, it's boring as shit. There's no individuality. He's absolutely right. In Street Fighter 4, there was character-specific setups. There was actually, this person's so good with this character, they've mastered the game and now play it differently than someone else and can kick ass. They can pick a low-tier character and dominate with the low tier.
Okay.
Let's read some of the supplies. Or some of the replies. Yeah, man, let's read some of the supplies. Some of the replies. Yeah, man, me too. I'm just looking at a match and immediately knowing who is playing simply because of their play style. Street Fighter 4 era was a special time. In terms of gameplay, I didn't even need to be able to play like the pros to follow streams and tournaments. All I needed was to play the game myself to understand what I'm watching. So dumbing down Street Fighter 5 and 6 for casual still hurt my interest in the games.
Well, this has 2 likes, so that's pretty important.
Yeah,
a lot of people agree with that one. I love how I read the blue check mark responses as if that means they're like big dudes. Now we're just reading people that pay for Twitter, by the way. That's the only people we are getting their opinions of.
Played by multiple people, you could feel the style each have. Each played her differently. Street Fighter 6, you can't tell one Akuma or Ken apart from the other.
There you go.
Gee, it seems like people agree with me. Except because Sanford said it. Now it's cool. But when DSP said it a month ago,
no one cares.
Fuck DSP. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Correct.
Right?
And no one will still care about what DSP said. There's 282 people watching this right now.
I know a lot of people feel the same way you do. The same people should put in work to try to keep the game alive.
Oh, Philip, that's a little bit different, huh?
My personal favorite set, it shows a Seth set. Crazy part is it's literally just nostalgia goggles. The games are as exciting to watch, if not more, than they've ever been. We're just getting older and things aren't as fun as they used to be.
Philip, that got 7 responses, 2 retweets, and 13 likes, huh? Seems like people are feeling this dude way more than the 2 like dude, huh? Bad example, Philip. I love when he doesn't do any research into making his point better. He just reads them all and then says, oh, shit, well, this is against what I was thinking. How are we going to get around this one?
Wrong. You're a child. You're actually a child.
Yeah.
You weren't around during the era when Street Fighter was exciting.
Yeah.
Now you watch a tournament and it's boring. Back then it used to be, oh, my God, are you telling me this top-level person's going to face this top-level person? It's a never-before-seen match, and we're going to see crazy levels of competition and things we've never seen before? It was epic. Now, it doesn't matter who the fuck's playing. It's all the same crap.
That's not what this person said, but okay, yes. That had way more of a response, but okay, you're a child.
This is a good one. The time of Street Fighter 4 and Marvel 3 was the last era where you could watch a tournament and actually have a chance to see something you've never seen before. Stuff you didn't even know was possible. It was an amazing era.
This one has 9 likes, no responses, no retweets.
And again, why? Because now everything is put on the internet immediately. The meta is already spoiled. There's no reason for it because competitively it makes no sense to do it. If you know tech, keep the tech. Use it in a tournament for your advantage. Why would you give it to everyone? Why would you tell the secret of how to play something competitively to the world? It doesn't make any fucking sense. But these people do it. It's like there's morons. Hey, just give away the keys to the kingdom. And now the game is boring within a few months.
Remember, guys, one of my favorite names was Withhold Meta, Not Tips. Great kick name. Classic.
Right? Like, here we go. Same. Watching offline tournament streams to watch one person be a specialist with one character. Watch use Oni and Sagat. Zeus would use Vega. Sako would use Evil Ryu. Now you can run videos of 5 players using the same character. You could never guess who was using them outside of hit confirms.
That has 3 likes and nothing else.
There you go. I mean, I can just keep going. All right? But the funny part is they're all saying, oh, here you go. Street Fighter 4 high-level tournaments were timeless. Now it's just throw loop and 50-50. Exactly right. You get to the corner, throw loop.
This has 3 likes.
50-50 gas, throw loop, 50-50 gas. That's Street Fighter 6 in a nutshell now. It's awful. Okay, it really is awful. So there you go. And the funny part is I say it about Street Fighter 2. Why do I say it about Street Fighter 2? Because that's the era I was around for. These guys are nostalgic about Street Fighter 4 because that was their nostalgic era. For those who don't know, Sanford is younger than me, and he didn't play the classics like I did. He got into it around the era of Marvel 2. So to him, the nostalgia factor is going to be starting around Marvel 2 through like Street Fighter 4. For me, it's Street Fighter 2. Do you see?
Get it?
So it's true. It's not just me saying it. People are agreeing.
True.
But because I said it, erase it, it doesn't matter because that's DSP saying it, right? So maybe what I should do is I should just take my takes and I should bring them to other people in the FGC and have them say them instead.
Yeah.
Seriously. Maybe that's just what I should do.
Let's just pretend I said the exact same thing as
Don't
Sanford,
say it myself.
which is not the case at all.
To my own content.
Yes.
Instead, let's just have someone else say it, and then they'll actually get traction, and people will talk to them about it and believe them. Yes. Because this is a major problem with Street Fighter 6. 100%. The game's too easy to play. The game doesn't have any kind of skill check at all besides sitting in a lab for an hour practicing a combo or a strategy. Everyone is exposing the meta of every character within a few days. Therefore, everything is boring within a week or two.
That's worth checking. Did DSP and Sanford interact? That's worth checking. No one, unless you know offhand, Doomer, but I will check that
That's
later.
exactly what happened with Mai Shiranui. Oh, a new character. This is exciting. And people ran and played with her for a week. And then on week 2, everything was already exposed. By week 3, no one cared. Everyone's bored. We're on to other stuff. When's Elena coming out? That's not supposed to be the life cycle of a fighting game. There's supposed to be this entire time period where people are playing and learning and discovering for themselves. And then they try different strategies against each other in a competitive environment until finally, after weeks to months to years of arduous practice, people figure it out. Not, oh, we spoiled the whole game within hours of it being. Like, what are you doing, you fucking morons?
That's not what this person, that Sanford, said at all. But thank you. Vigil 2 Capo in the house, big up, says, so fake, he doesn't care about this community or this discussion, just desperate for validation. That's the only reason we brought this up, by the way. It's just because he didn't get enough validation for his own different take, by the way. Insanely different take, but I want validation too.
Wee! Where's my validation? I should be Sanford.
Big up Saskia says, the other day when he said, why would you shave your balls? It was so telling about the lack of sex life this 42-year-old has suffered through. He didn't even know that it was a possibility, like someone might think about doing it, right? It's incredible. Why would you ever do that? Shave your balls? Huh? What? Huh? That's natural. They like that.
You're ruining competitive gaming by doing that. You literally are.
I will say I've never ever shaved all the way down. I'm kind of scared of razors down that area. But to trim, I do light landscaping. That's what I recommend everyone does. Light landscaping.
You've taken out all of the fun era. I just don't get it. I don't get why these people keep doing it.
That's how I describe my my routine down there.
Anyway.
Light manscaping, yes.
Moritarian says, well, how would you fix the issue? Well, to be frank, there is a way to fix the issue. It's just that Capcom doesn't like it. Okay? Do you want to know the way to fix the issue? Make fighting games hard to play again. Make it so that you actually need to have skill to play a fighting game. Not that every character can be played in a silly easy mode pattern and you just need to memorize the pattern. But that's what they've become because they want to sell to a maximum audience, you see?
Yes.
In an era when moves were actually hard to pull off all the time, combos needed really tough frame-specific timing. Footsies were required to actually play a fighting game, right? You know, not this character. Footsies were required to needed really tough frame-specific timing.
What was something wild about the gangbangs you did with Rambo back in the day, Philip?
Footsies were required.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that sounds fun, actually. Oh my God! Oh, top left! Top left! Oh no! Not like this, the rare top left! Oh, he's waking up!
But instead, you need to have knowledge of how to play with zoning and stuff like that. You know, make them hard to play again. Now, what'll happen is, immediately, 60% of the scrubby-ass bitches who can't play fighting games and only play them because they're easy mode will drop off. But the game will be good again. And now, tournaments will be fun. And now, people won't be able to spoil the meta in 5 seconds because guess what? It's too hard to pull off the meta. Like right now, there are top players in Super Turbo who are insanely good with T-Hawk. But guess what? T-Hawk's the hardest character in the game to play with. So unless you're insanely superbly good, you'll never win a tournament with T-Hawk. But people are doing it.
Isn't that a skill issue, though?
It's just that it's hard to do, right?
So that's a skill issue, then.
Now, if you expose the meta of Street Fighter 6, it's super easy to do it with any character, so everyone could just do it, and the game is boring.
What?
That's what they got to do.
Clickerton Legs, thanks for saying this. Never forget, Phil made tech tutorials for a long fucking time, right? Because he wanted the views that they gave him. But yes.
Back. Tough timing, execution, frame-specific moves, footsies, spacing, all the shit that's been removed for pattern, guessing, pattern, throw loop, 50-50, pattern. Get rid of it all. Bring it back to basics. Make it tough to play. Make it so that you have to get the fucking sweats to win a tough match. Instead of, I just flowchart it. But then everyone will quit who's a scrub.
Make the gate very high for new players. That's what we were looking for, okay? Make sure no one new wants to ever play it, and only people that play the game 20 years can play. That's what we're looking for. What do you think, stockholders?
But your game will be good. It's kind of like I've been saying all along. In the modern era, the people who are making new games aren't making them to make them good or meaningful. Like back in the day when a good video game came out, it was, we want to make the most competitive game ever. We want to make the most artistic game ever, right? We want to make a memorable moment. Now it's just, how do we sell the game? How do we make maximum profits? How do we make it that the game is played by everyone? Doesn't matter if the game's good, just make it addictive or catchy or easy. Then everyone will play it and we're rich. Well, that's great, but then you end up with Street Fighter 6. Fucking boring-ass game that plays exactly the same for everyone, that you get exposed within 2 to 3 weeks, everything's known, and everyone's just bored and just wants another character, and they don't put out enough content to really satisfy the audience. That's
wasn't that the best-selling Street Fighter in a long fucking time, right? So, interesting.
That's what you'll get. That's your end result. You dumbed it down to sell, and now the game sucks. It's Capcom's fault.
All right.
There you go. Okay. All right, folks. I got some more contributions. We got a $2 super chat from Hello Voltage. Which bills are your priority right now? What are you talking about?
As in 2 big bills you always have?
What bills are my? I don't have. I pay all my bills. I don't have priority of bills.
There was some in the past you would say were more priority than others. You said 2 important bills or 2 big bills.
They all get paid. I don't even know what that even means. Why would you even ask me that randomly on a stream? It was a bizarre question.
Really acted normal after that one, huh? Very smoothly handled, King. Nailed it. Not weird at all.
Got a couple small tips here.
Oh,
here we go.
That sent him into a fucking spaz out, man. Did you hear that? Yeah, I mean, I pay him, huh? What? Yeah, huh? Yeah, huh? Cat? Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, huh? Real quick before we get to this, big ups Talby, who says,
oh, here we go.
A reminder that he was not around in the formative years. He came to Street Fighter 2 after most of the major players had moved on to different games or retired. Correct. He was late even to the game on that one. And that's the only game he wanted to play. The only game he took serious, even though many other people on that fucking forum were like, let's try new games because we're kind of done with this. Lunar Guardian says both him and LTG have the exact same arguments. Both has been looking to relive their glory days. That's all. What was LTG's glory days? I don't even know if he had those, but that's what he wants. That's what he fucking wants. Doom Messiah says if Street Fighter 6 was as difficult as DSP wants it, he wouldn't play it because the game would be too hard for him. Great fucking point. If they made it hard, he'd be quitting like it's fucking Tekken. You know that. Oh, the Visant era. That's good. Ikiro says, this is the same dude that got yellow paint in games because he cried about them being too hard. Yes. Factually fucking based. Big ups, Greedo.
Someone tipped me $1.50, says Cristiano actually has kids and they're huge SNK fans.
Okay.
He did it for free to make his kids happy. I don't know.
Now what? Now what, Philip? Now what? Is this true? I don't even know, but let's see. I hope it's true. Please be true. Because then what? Is that... Did anyone heard that?
No, I don't know if I believe that. Is that public knowledge that he did it completely for free? I don't know about that. Where he's from, SNK cabinets have been there for decades. See, that's what I'm saying. In Spanish-speaking cultures, particularly in Latin America, okay, SNK games are huge. They're actually, like, more popular than Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
That's fucking base, though, if he did that, by the way. That's pretty fucking cool. I feel like my kids like that, so I'll just do it for free. But I'm looking now and not seeing my initial search, so I don't know. But
so, you know, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Thank you for that tip. And then there's another one.
He keeps saying Spanish, yes. Oh, my bad. Here we go.
It's a troll. So I'm just going to ignore them. Okay. All right. So, I did have some other stuff to cover, but we're getting late. So I don't think we're gonna cover
Q&A.
it today. Basically, it was about some of the free games for like PS Plus and stuff, but we don't have to talk about that. If you're interested, RoboCop Rogue City will be the free game for PS Plus in April. So if you're a PS Plus subscriber, Rogue City is a really good game. I played about 1.5 years ago and I loved it. Give it a look, okay? Okay. We have some extra time. Let's see what you guys want to talk about. We're almost halfway to the goal. Guys, let's get it. How about this? By the end of the podcast, let's hit $100 because then we only have 50 to worry about during the entirety of the gameplay segment. I know we can hit it.
That sounds pretty good.
All right. I know we can hit it.
Good luck, Frawny, if you're making a video for this
so
one.
Let's
Holy
get to $100
man.
by the end of this show. Let's get more support. Like I said, someone has to gift a sub on Kick at this point. Let's get one piece of support over on Kick, shall we?
This has been a bombardment today.
And then, how about a membership on YouTube? Or will someone top our top tipper, which is $6? That's easy to do, right? What's going on, Game Boy? How you doing today? What's up, Avarice? How are you?
We did get a What's Up Avarice, but we did not the What's Up and a. Let me go back. Let me check the videotape here. I think we have our third.
That's easy to do, right? What's going on, Game Boy? How you doing today? What's up, Avarice?
Game Boy.
How are you?
He said One Piece? Hold on.
Kick at this point. The end of this show, let's get more support. Like I said, someone has to gift a sub on Kick at this point. Let's get one piece of support over on...
One Piece. All right, here we go. Here's the laugh. Ready? Yo! Pants, 見せてもらってよろしいんでしょうか? Yo! What is it? Name it. Okay, there we go. Pine Scented Death. Nailed it. You love this. Big ups.
On Kick, shall we?
And the question I asked, which is what Brooke really asked, is, can I see your panties? That's his question. That's what he always asks on the show. So there you go.
And then, how about a membership on YouTube? Or will someone top our top tipper, which is $6? That's easy to do, right? What's going on, Game Boy? How you doing today? What's up, Avarice? How are you?
That's 3.
What's everyone doing? What's everyone thinking today?
Okay, that's 3. So I don't make sure we get it. That is 3. We are up to 3 now, okay? Wanted to play the tape there and make sure we get it correct. As always, it's an extremely serious stream. I'm going to make sure we get all... Okay, 3. And no Jade yet. Nope.
Piano-ish, you're full of crap.
Ooh, what'd they say? I have some good news I just wanted to share. My friend's son was in a coma for a month. Thankfully, he recovered, but now he can speak Mandarin. How could the boy suddenly speak Chinese? Oh, that's you, Ikiro. Says, tried sneaking into Chinese Boy Quest today and last night and got removed both times. God damn it. Good try. Good try. It's going to be tough, man. I like the idea.
Piano-ish, you're full of crap.
God
Arch the
damn
Heart
it.
says, have you bought a physical game magazine in the last 12 months? I haven't bought a physical game magazine since, let me think about this. Bought or received? I used to receive physical game magazines because I used to be part of the GameStop Power-Up Rewards. And when you were part of that, you would automatically get Game Informer mailed to you every month. So I had it for a while. And then when I moved here, I still had it for a little bit. And then I canceled it after moving here. After like a year. So basically, I haven't had that since in about 10 years. I haven't had a physical magazine, I think.
So, did you answer the question or bought or
Do
received?
I think accessibility in games should go away? No, not at all. That's not the
Good question.
problem with Street Fighter 6.
Do you think we should care less about the disabled?
There's a
No,
difference.
he's talking about, I know he's not talking about that, but that's where my mind went. He's talking about accessibility in the Street Fighter games.
Between accessibility, and that accessibility is someone has like a physical handicap and they want to enjoy a fighting game, versus actually just making the game so piss easy to play, no challenge at all, and
Gotcha.
that's Street Fighter 6 in a nutshell. That's the problem with Street Fighter 6. It's too easy.
Gotcha. Yeah, we are a single jade away from a temple today. Single jade. Or Game Boy for that. No, he did say, what's up, Game Boy, didn't he? I can't remember.
No, modern controls didn't ruin Street Fighter 6. That's not true. At first, everyone thought they would. Everyone thought the game would become way too easy. But at this point, no, I don't think so. Now that we're this far into Street Fighter 6, how often do you see modern control players dominating? You don't. And they even allow it in tournament and it just doesn't dominate. So I don't think that's the case at all.
Nailed it.
It's not the controls and the inputs, it's the engine. The engine is too easy to learn and just pattern play it. And there's no real high-level skill checks in the game at all. There's zero high-level skill checks in the game, actually.
Ooh, okay, there is a Sanford thing. Big ups to David for said this. I'll wait till the end, though. But there is a mini Sanford thing I can show at the end. DSP and Sanford lore. At the end. Don't let me forget. From back in the day.
Okay, so let's open up now for the conclusion of the podcast. It's been a good show, by the way. I actually enjoyed the show today. Let's open up to Q&A. You guys tag me in the chat. We'll do a little bit of Q&A back and forth to end the show.
Well, back and forth.
And then we'll jump into... So we called in.
Do you have any questions for the chat, then?
Do I think physical skill checks are different from mental ones? Yes. Because there's a difference between having to get execution of timing and skill with your hands and brain versus actually having the knowledge to know what to do. Like, I can tell you this. Playing Super Turbo, probably the hardest I've ever played was against Domdai. And it was during the qualifiers for SBO. Way back when, I think it was like 2011, was when we went to Tennessee, and we were playing on cabinet, and it was me versus Domdai, and I was using DJ, and he was using Ryu, okay? And let me tell you.
Go ahead.
That was insane, because actually, here's what happened.
Oh, please.
Okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was playing Domdai, and to win that match, you have to play incredibly hard to win with DJ. You can win. It's a winnable match, but you have to play incredibly hard. So
you have to play hard. Play hard.
We started. And when we actually started, I was playing at an incredibly high level, and I beat him the first round or game, if I remember correctly.
God. Everyone was clapping, too. That was awesome.
But I became so mentally drained. Like, it was actually taking everything I had to stay on that mental level. To say, what's he going to do next? Predict what he's going to do. Okay, I see something, react to it. Perfect reaction. Break the throw. Do this. And it was so...
I was drained.
Challenging. That after I think I beat him like the one match or one round or one set, because I can't remember, it was so long ago, I just couldn't do it for the rest. Like, I actually became so mentally exhausted.
One round and we're out.
It wasn't that I was physically exhausted, my hands were tired, and I couldn't play. my mind actually became 100% drained. And I was like, the only way that I could play at that level endlessly would be to keep challenging myself to play people of that high level all the time, which just wasn't available to me. I didn't have people of that high level of Super Turbo to play all the time. I wasn't interested in investing that much time into it because I was a YouTuber at that time and I wanted to put more time into my videos. So I thought you didn't take it seriously though. So tired. I was like, that was it. I didn't tap out. I played and finished the set, but he beat me. I couldn't play at that level anymore. I literally, the first set was superb perfection and I kicked his ass. And then after that, I just got increasingly more sloppy and fell apart and lost. So skill issue then. So mental fortitude and mental stamina is something very different than physical, for sure. It's completely different. So skill issue then. Got it. Hmm? Would I enter a tournament?
Skill
would
issue,
I ever enter a
gin
tournament
issue.
again? I don't know. I said probably the only reason.
No, I'll answer that for you. No.
That I would ever enter a tournament again would be like the last hurrah. Like, this is it for me. I'm really never going to care about it ever again. And people, since I've been a YouTuber, people have always said, would you ever go to a tournament? Would you enter? And I'm like, I just don't like the fighting games enough to do it. You know, think about, since I've been a YouTuber, what fighting game?
He wants everyone to say, oh, then for his final match, welcome EVO 2030. Dark Side Phil! Yeah! Whoa! Yeah! That's what he is dreaming in his mind. I promise you, that is the scene in his mind right now.
Games have been out, right? Well, there was Street Fighter 4, and I did enter tournaments and stuff for that in the vanilla phase, but then after it got to like Super and like the third version of it, I stopped playing it, right? I would only play it casually at home. I would not enter tournaments. Marvel 3 and Ultimate Marvel 3, I never liked. I did try tournaments in those. I just never liked the game, so I never really continued to play that. Then we had the reboot of Mortal Kombat, which I enjoyed playing, but again, I never felt at a competitive level that I was something that I was interested in. We had Injustice, which again was the same, fun to play online and mess around with, but I never cared about competitively. We had various Tekken games, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, right, which I did play for a while online, but again, I'm not a Tekken tournament player. Same thing with Tekken 8, like I liked it, but I would have had to invest so much time and energy into it to get good at it.
Chill Style Reviewer Reel says, there's got to be people hosting Street Fighter 2 tournaments.
That I wasn't going to be able to play any other fighting game, so I didn't do that. Street Fighter 5, I absolutely hated, didn't care for at all. Of course, there was Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which no one cared for, right? And then there's Street Fighter 6. So out of all the games, you know, that I basically played during my YouTube era, and there's been others in there too, like Dead or Alive and dumb shit like that. But
well, Dead or Alive.
Really,
Dead or Alive volleyball. That's
Street
fun.
Fighter 6 has been a tournament, but I just don't want to. I don't want to play it to the level where I have to have massive meta studied, the muscle memory, sitting in the lab, fucking around, going to tournaments, playing offline. I just don't care.
Yeah.
You know? So to me, like, if ever I was to enter a tournament again, it would probably be like an old school tournament, like Super Turbo or Marvel 1 or Marvel 2 or Third Strike. Something to that effect would be probably what I would want to enter. And it would probably be like a last hurrah event for me, like me saying, this is it. This is officially my final tournament. I don't have any desire to play this stuff competitively anymore. So I'll play my absolute hardest this one time. Just get it all out of my fucking system. And then I'm done.
Yep. Phil's Rocky 6 moment.
Probably be the only situation. You probably would never see me playing one of these brand new fighting games at a tournament. I just don't care. But maybe one of the old ones, okay?
Maybe one of the old ones.
No, I was never good at Soul Calibur. I was never in any circles.
What? Oh, with friends, you mean? Yeah, no friends. Johnny says, shave balls, why horse like hay? Oh, Johnny, come on.
I was never in any circles.
Come on.
Where basically anyone really played Soul Calibur at a competitive level. No.
Tony T in the house says, just FYI, FYI, Marvelous Capcom 2 waddle nothing, but meta play with Magneto and Storm. I have friends in the FGC that point me towards videos. They all hate Phil. Well, obviously. Who doesn't? Big ups, Tony T.
DHD, there is no Nintendo Switch Direct tomorrow. The Switch Direct is what, April 2nd? You got your dates off. It's next week.
Dates off, bitch.
Okay.
Anything else?
I got a couple more contributions here.
All
I
right.
received a $7 tip, so we have a new top tipper. So this person says, hold on, let me play an animation. Oh, sorry, top tip. halfway to our goal thing. I'm 10 plus hours into Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's definitely a bore fest. The side quests are boring and grindy. I'm just focusing on the story to try to get the platinum. There's unlimited grindy outposts. I can see why you dropped the game. It just doesn't get better. It's just not a good investment of your time. There you go. They literally, again, and this is like the millionth time Ubisoft has done this, they went for quantity over quality. All they cared about was saying, our game can be like 60 hours long, rather than saying, oh, our game has 20 awesome hours. It was just 60 hours long. That's pathetic. It's 2025. It's time to cut the bullshit. Okay. All right. I received a $3 tip.
From the same person who says...
Oh, there is a Nintendo Direct now announced for tomorrow at 7 a.m., the last bit of Nintendo Switch news before they do Switch 2. Oh, I didn't know that. I missed that. Okay.
There you go.
So no, I have no predictions. It sounds like this is the last hurrah for the Switch 1, right? Like maybe they'll be featuring the final games that are going to be the big Switch 1 releases before the Switch 2 comes out.
Get out of town.
Okay. I had no clue. Thank you for sharing. I guess we'll just see. I'll keep my ear to the ground. I'll pay attention to the news, and tomorrow I'll cover some of those stories on the podcast, okay?
Keep my ear to the ground on twitter.com.
Excuse me.
Keep my ear to the
Busy
ground.
Style Man says their pay to progress model demands bloated game length. Well, yeah, they realize that they're going to have people who buy the game and don't want to grind for 60 hours. So instead, they'll drop another $20, $30 to buy the resources to just turbo through the game. I mean, it's incredibly stupid, but they realize that. You know, again, everyone's following that mobile gaming model or the microtransaction model, right? And it's bad, but I think that's where all these companies are trying to go. Let's see here. Spawn Killers.
Kind of more of a mobile game model, maybe. Well, I mean, that seems to work.
Let's see here. Spawn Killers says, I remember when you said you were offered to go on WCG Ultimate Gamer.
Yes.
Yeah, I was. Back in the...
And, okay, the true story here, Philip declined because it would do physical stunts, and he didn't want to do the physical stunts because of his hurt back. They ended up getting Justin Wong to do it instead. That's how big Philip was. He was actually asked to be on a show, a live show for the Ultimate Gamer, and he turned it down because there was physical challenges and he was worried about his back. Now, let's see how much of that he tells you today. Let's see.
Day when I was becoming a prominent YouTuber, so probably the first few years.
They were going to make him swing a bat. He said that too. Big ups CarTube. That's correct. They said he has to swing a bat. And he couldn't do that. He can't swing a bat. What's wrong with you, dumb fucks?
You know, when I was still on the Dark Side Field channel, I had just gone to DSP Gaming, and DSP Gaming was blowing up, and I had partnered with Machinima, so I was just starting to make money. I got contacted by the runners of Ultimate Gamer, and they said, would you want to be on our reality show, our gaming reality show? And, you know, I went back and forth with them for a little bit about it, but I didn't get too far into the discussion. It was very basic. It was like, oh, thanks for contacting me or whatever. And we you know, we were cordial back and forth. But after maybe like one or two back and forth, I thought about it. I was like, I don't want to be on a fucking reality show. I'm making content for an audience. They really like the content I'm putting out there. And I get it. This could give me exposure to a whole new audience, right? But the reason they had contacted me is because I was actually more popular than the other people in the FGC at that time. Of course, now, fuck that. Now I'm not popular at all. But back then I was. I actually was one of the most prominent fighting game content creators on YouTube. People would come to DSP Gaming and then later DSP Street Fighter to watch endless amounts of fighting game content that I would pump out. Sets, you know, offline, online, all kinds of content. I did it with FGC back then. So because I was one of the most prominent ones, they wanted me on the show. They didn't care that I wasn't a current pro player. They didn't give a shit. They just wanted whoever was popular. So they reached out to me, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't think so, because I would much rather just do my own content, see where it takes me, and I didn't really want to care about appealing to the FGC, because that's really why they wanted me on the show. They wanted me to be like the FGC guy, but he's also controversial and stuff like that.
No, that's not really it.
And I thought about it, I just don't care. Like, I knew at that time I didn't want to be just FGC content, that I wanted to branch out and do variety content, and that's what I was doing. So I felt like it would have been misrepresenting who I was, because they were going to present me as the fighting game guy on the show. And I was like, nah. So I said no. And then after that, they reached out to a few other people, and they ended up getting Justin Wong. And Justin was the guy that they had on that season of the show instead of me.
And their paths took a much different... they would take a much different path from there, wouldn't they? Here we go. Let's hear the story from Philip himself. 3418. Why not? We got time for a live debunk, don't we? That's what we're here for. Go.
Called Ultimate Gamer, which was the original gaming reality TV show.
Yeah,
from back in the day. You know, we're talking upwards of 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I forget if I was invited in 2009 or 2010. But I was invited, and I said, no, I don't want to be on your show.
Why?
You know, I know it's going to be just scripted, staged reality shows like all these crappy reality shows, and I hate that. So they went out and they got Justin Wong. And Justin Wong ended up being on one of the seasons of the show. Because what it is, they wanted a fighting game player. And they knew that I was at the time, I was one of the biggest and most controversial fighting game players on the internet. And they wanted me for the show because of that. But I declined.
So this is his modern telling of the tale. He's being surprisingly consistent with this one. But it was on Ask the King, wasn't it, where he did the real breakdown of this? I'll find it. Hang on. Here's another telling of the tale, but it's another modern one, so it's going to be the bullshit story we already heard. I'm sure of that, because he definitely talked about.
So then they got Justin instead.
Yeah,
I'm sure they probably offered it to a bunch of people, and then Justin.
Hang on, I think this is the modern telling.
Gamer back in the day, they would ever participate in them, I'd probably lose my fucking mind. But you know, like I was offered to be on Ultimate Gamer back in the day. They wanted me to be on one of the earlier seasons. I don't know exactly which season it was, but it was definitely one of the earlier seasons. There's a crafting table here. Huh. Go figure.
Go ahead.
And I turned them down. I didn't want to be on that. I don't want to be part of that stupid drama show. Most reality TV is just drama for the sake of drama, right?
So that's a different...
Should I let this guy out here?
Different telling of the tale there. It was on an OG channel update. Okay. I'm finding it now. Let's see. He talked a lot about the same exact story. Here's a more modern one. Sorry we're getting derailed here so much, but the podcast is almost over anyway, so we didn't miss any gold dust. Let's see what he says here. More modern than that. I know it's older than this, though. I know it.
Gamer? Yes. It was Ultimate Gamer? Yes, because there was two. It was Ultimate Gamer and The Tester. Yeah. Ultimate Gamer was a more generic show, while The Tester was a Sony-specific show. And I was contacted to go on Ultimate Gamer. They sent me the whole package with all the information and everything, and I read through it. And essentially, didn't really appeal to me, even though, you know, first of all, I don't think you got paid for the show, if I remember correctly. I think it was more like they were trying to give you promotion. Honestly, it's been so long ago, I really don't remember, all right? But essentially, when I read the rules, it was kind of like, it was a reality TV show, not really a competition. I mean, it didn't seem like it was going to be serious or interesting, because it just seemed like a bullshit show for nonsensical drama and to get you a little bit of exposure on the internet or whatever. I was already one of the bigger gaming YouTubers. I didn't care about exposure on the internet. So I read the whole thing. I thought it was a joke, and I turned it down. And then come to find out, they got Justin Wong. What it was is they were looking for a fighting game player to be on the show.
Yeah, see, now we're back in the loop. I'll keep looking. I guarantee, I know he said it. I mean, I've played it before. I just got to find it. That's the modern tellings.
I didn't care. You know, all that
one thing I've learned is once he gets in the modern telling of a story, it does lock in, basically. But that doesn't mean it's the true story. It's the modern story, right? So, like, here's the modern telling of this retcon, but it's still a retcon, but we just kind of reach our kind of point where this story will stay for eternity. You know what I mean? But I'll find it. Don't worry.
Reality shit was stupid. It was all, they were all trying to copy the TV shows of the time, and they didn't have budgets, and the shows were staged and shit. They were really lame. So I'm glad that I wasn't a part of that.
Definitely. Glad I wasn't a part of it. It was fun, though. Okay.
I've already said I don't have a parrot. I don't have a bird. You guys are idiots.
Uh-oh.
It's literally the neighbor's kids outside of my house who's making that noise in the videos. I've literally explained already, but people just keep repeating it because you guys are just mentally deficient and you pass around these nonsensical memes that you just want to believe. I don't have a bird. I don't. Excuse me.
You felt it, bird brains.
I don't know if I would ever play Terminator Resistance, actually. People have said it's from the same people who made RoboCop. I don't know. No, Crusader Kings 3, it's one of those, isn't it a strategy game? If it's one of those strategy-based games, I don't think it would be for my audience. I mean, I've never played a game like that, so I don't know if I would like it, but I don't think the audience, I don't think it would really resonate.
Okay, makes sense. Well, we'll talk sometime. Hang on.
I don't follow anything with the Howard Stern show. I don't know anything about Artie scandal or whatever. I don't know what you're talking about. Nor do I really care.
Bingo! I'm a legend. I found it. Unfortunately, the only place... Okay, here it is. DSP's asked... Oh, this is on DSP's inbox. We're that far long ago. Okay, hold on. I'll get it.
A very long time.
Those aren't up on the internet anymore. I got to go to this channel here. King of Hate HD. Yeah, I got it. Hold on. 8:23:10. Okay.
All right. Anything else, guys?
Nah.
Anything else you want to tag me in the chat? Any other questions? And guys, we're halfway to the goal. Yeah. Like I said, I would like to end the show at $100, so that way we only have the 50 to worry about when playing Suikoden. So let's hit it. We're right there. Who's going to be?
Gets funnier every time.
The next top tipper. Top tipper's currently what? $7. Let's get an $8 tipper. Super chat's $19.99. Who's going to do a $20 super chat to be the top super chatter? And again, we still don't have any support on Kick, and we still haven't gotten a membership. Let's get some memberships and some subs moving.
It's a membership and subs moving.
It's a role-playing game more than anything. I don't know. I've heard of Crusader Kings, but I don't know.
Well, fuck that, right? Who needs them?
I don't know anything about history. I don't know anything about history to share. I'm not a history buff at all.
I don't
care about DLCs for Mortal Kombat 1, and I never will. I didn't like the base game, so why would I care about the DLCs?
Okay, here we go. I found it. There we go. I finally found it. Big ups, everybody. It's probably not going to be worth it, but too late now. I put in all this effort. Here we go. Here is the real story of Ultimate Gamer. Here we go.
I was scrolling through TV Guide and I saw a new episode of World Cyber Games Ultimate Gamer was on, and I didn't know it had a new season, so I decided to watch it. The first thing I see when I turn it on is Justin Wong, and I'm like, holy shit, you talk about him all the time.
Huh?
Then I saw him playing Tekken, and I was talking to my brother and saying, well, if DSP was part of this, he'd be kicking everyone's ass. So for the idiots who couldn't figure out the question by now, here it is. Would you ever consider being part of the World Cyber Games Ultimate Gamer? Funny story.
Here we go.
I was approached to be part of that show for this season that Justin Wong is on. To be completely honest, if you want my opinion, they probably wanted me over him. One of the agents contacted me, and I was going back and forth with him.
They probably wanted me over him.
A little bit earlier this year, very early in the year actually. I believe it was right about when it hit, January when it became 2010. And I went online and I started watching some of the episodes from last year to see what it was about. And honestly, I don't know. For me, it didn't look that good because, first of all, it didn't seem that much about the games. It was like, okay, they're gaming, but also here now for the if you're gonna play, if it's a baseball game, you play the baseball.
Woo!
Here now for the if you're gonna play, if it's a baseball game, you play the baseball game. But then they were also actually swinging baseball bats.
Freezy Pop, this has way more views back in the day. This is when he was white hot popular. Freezy Pop. This is an archive channel because it's not on any of his channels anymore.
Real balls and stuff, or it's a real dance party. Or I think the one that really shocked me was like, all right, so there was a racing game, but then they had to get inside this Formula One replica car that was jolting them all around like this, and they had to do like a driving simulation. And I was like, if the show was just about gaming, I probably would have done it. I probably would have looked into it and maybe done it, but it's not. It's about all this other shit that seems that maybe even physically taxing, and unfortunately...
Yeah, physically taxing, boys! There we go! Physically taxing. I thought, hold on a minute. You said it was because it was a stupid reality show. Huh? What? This is getting weird.
It's about all this other shit that seems that maybe even physically taxing, and unfortunately because it's a lot of you, most of you I'm sure know by now, I have a back injury. I can't do a lot of physical stuff. So just for example, if I were in that Formula One car or whatever and I started jolting around, that could seriously injure my back. Just the wrong jolt the wrong way. and I could be in the hospital, I could need surgery.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately...
If he has to drive a car, I mean, come on, guys. If he has to drive a car, he could go to the hospital, okay? So, you better think about this, all right?
Unfortunately, it kind of sucks because here's a show that's supposed to be about gaming, but because the producers of the show wanted it to be more than just gaming, because again, people don't know how to sell video games yet. Here we are, you know, so far into the 21st century, video games are bigger than movies, yet still no one understands how to sell video games.
Yeah.
These producers think that just showing a show of video game footage isn't enough to basically hook people, and so they have to throw all these gimmicks in. And unfortunately, I couldn't do them because of my back injury.
So that's the real reason, huh?
All these gimmicks in, and unfortunately, I couldn't do them because of my back injury. It sucks, and if this were like 3 years ago, I would have been first in fucking line.
All right.
If it was 3 years ago, I would have been first in fucking line. Oh, the modern Philip tells a much different tale.
But because of what's happened with my back, I can't do it. And I know Justin Wong's on there. I knew he was on there because the number one excuse that I heard when he lost the Evo this year, that's right, when he lost the Super Street Fighter 4 to two relatively unknown players, the excuse was, oh, well, he hasn't been playing. He's been practicing for this World Cyber Games Ultimate Gamer. I'm going to give you a hint. Justin Wong didn't win, okay? Now, I'm not saying that because I know for a fact Justin Wong can't win a thing like World Cyber Gamers Ultimate Gamer because Justin Wong is a person who focuses only on fighting games. The only reason he's as good as he is because he plays the living fuck out of them.
Oh, yes. What a crime.
He made it his, mission since the year 2000 that he was going to spend the majority of his life sitting there and playing fighting games. And so,
yes, and he got good about it, too.
He's become the best fighting game player in the United States. You're not going to quickly learn how to do that with other games. In fact, he can't even do it with different fighting games for the most part, especially when he fights a specialist like me. I played Super Street Fighter 3 Turbo for a long time. He was trying to learn the game for a while, but then I beat his ass every time I played him in tournament. At least, the last couple times when I was actually taking it seriously.
At least the last couple times.
And since then, he admitted, all right, you're better than me at that game. It's the same thing with these other games. These other people are going to beat his ass at every game type but these fighting games. And, when I say that, he's pretty decent at most fighting games. He's really good at Tekken and Street Fighter in particular. So any of those games, if they haven't played, he's going to he will dominate everyone. But anything outside of that, he's going to fail. And if he does win, it's going to be lucky or it's going to be staged. There's no...
Oh, my God, guys. If he does well, in the unlikely event he does well, he's going to be lucky or it's going to be staged.
But anything outside of that, he's going to fail. And if he does win, it's going to be lucky or it's going to be staged. There's no way. So, whatever. The other thing I want to say, Justin Wong's a good kid and all, but he's just not very interesting. I mean, he doesn't have, a crazy, interesting personality. It's funny because they made a documentary about him or something in Chinatown, the king of Chinatown. Who wants to watch Justin Wong for an hour and a half?
Who wants to watch Justin Wong for an hour? I mean, come on.
I'll sleep. I would literally get a fucking pillow like this in the theater, and I'd go to sleep on my shoulder because he's just not a character. He's not.
Thanks for the visual aids.
He's always been this more quiet kind of a guy. Yeah, he says things from time to time, but he's not the vocal kind of person who has that kind of personality that people attract to. I honestly think I do have that kind of personality, and that's why a lot of people find me, interesting on YouTube and why I've had such popularity. So I think that would be a really good thing. If I had gotten on that show, I think it would have been amazing, for my popularity.
It would have been amazing if I was on that show now.
Popularity, and also I think a lot of people would have enjoyed it, but unfortunately, because of the constraints of the show and the way that the show works, I couldn't do it. So it would be nice if someone could speak to the producers and say, hey, knock on the door. Hey, Mr. Producer, wake the fuck up. The show's about gaming, not about physical
Thanks for actually knocking.
Activities. This isn't Double Dare where you're doing physical challenges. This is about being the best overall gamer. You want to know the truth? I'm probably one of the best overall gamers in the country because I play all the major games. I play them not super competitively, but
He said the thing! We got the thing!
So when I was playing Modern Warfare 2 and other things, I was getting okay and decent at them. At least
isn't that magical when it happens? You're not looking for it, and then it happens, He said the thing. What a trip. Big ups everybody that was here for this magical moment.
Enough to know the basics and things like that. I'm really good at Street Fighter, and other games, like classic games, there's been events that they've had at like
Let's
Midwest
hear it again.
Championships that I've gone where. You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I'm probably one of the best overall gamers in the country because I
Hell
play
yeah.
all the major games. I play them not.
So there we go. The real reason we didn't join the show was because our back injury. Interesting. Please knock on the door of the producers to let them know. That'd be really good. Ice cold G, not cuckold, as I first tried to say. It's Ice Cold G. Says, wait, DSP has a brother? No, that's him. It's really him. It's the guy. W News says, an archer of laziness with a quiver of excuses. Ooh. Nick SF says, this is an episode of Full Context. Good show, by the way. Full Context coming at you tomorrow. But this is a mini one. And don't worry, and I got some Sanford stuff after we're done. So hopefully it finishes soon. Come on. Finish soon, please. Yes, we got to get out of here. Faradox says, bird feed bills, rabbit funeral bills, medical bills, internet bills. Big ups, Faradox.
All right. No, Hearts to Hearts, we're going to start fresh. We looked into my old Minecraft world, and it wasn't there. People are surmising that if I hooked up an Xbox and I linked my Xbox account to it and I tried to boot up Minecraft on there, that maybe the world would download. But at this point, I mean, it was a great run. It was a year of work, but it's been so many years removed from going into that Minecraft world. I just don't see the appeal anyway. I think when we do this birthday marathon that people are interested in, Minecraft, what I should do is just play it from scratch and try to relearn everything. There's actually a spring update coming out soon that might be interesting anyway. So I just start with all the fresh stuff. I don't even know what a hardcore world is, Blucher, so probably not. There's always a chance that I would do either Persona 3 Remake or Metaphor, but not anytime soon.
Cthulhu says Street Fighter 6 is so bad he bought it 3 times. That's how much he hates it, guys. And how many joysticks?
You only have one life if you die.
How many fight sticks? Uh-oh. Big ups, Cthulhu.
If you only have one life if you die, the world is completely deleted. I don't think I'll be doing that. That'd be pretty frustrating, no? That'd be pretty dumb.
Yeah, how do you explain the Grim Reapers right there for everybody? Come on.
Time to end the show? I guess so. Well, we didn't hit the $100 like I wanted, but it's all good. We got more than halfway to the goal with 3 hours of gameplay of Suikoden coming up. Let's hit that goal. Let's get to 76. And let's continue on with the streak of getting full support for Suikoden.
What?
And getting classic RPG support in the mix. Remember, if this keeps getting support, I would consider playing the sequel over the summer. I don't see why not, right?
Okay. Well, that sounds pretty good.
Folks, thank you for watching the Level 1 podcast. Quick reminder that tonight, sadly, there is no late stream. I got to take care of personal stuff. But I'll be back tomorrow.
Please keep the streak
I'll be
rolling.
Covering this Nintendo Direct and whatever final information they've got about the
keep
Switch
it going.
1 and games.
No,
the Switch
we're
2
not
Direct
going
next
streaking.
Week.
The streak
so
is
be
going.
Fun. And of course, I'll be talking about how Suikoden went and all of that. So thank you guys
Sanford,
for a great show.
Had the same thoughts as
I'll
me.
see you all tomorrow for a week-ending podcast. Peace out and see you then.
Do we get a second one?
All righty, my friends.
All right,
All right, good stuff. Let's get set up. I do have to use the restroom before we begin.
Okay, let's go to where he comes back. That is 5 minutes. That is 11 minutes. That is 15-ish minutes. And we finally come back after more than 15 minutes away. Or not quite, but...
And then
an extended period of time.
So we couldn't... Very nice. I'm just set up here.
Oh, my God.
Unmute here. Thank you, Bruzy.
Is there anything more not annoying than that Suikoden
So get ready
shit?
to chill. And get ready for some nice fun here in Suikoden Collection. Should be a good time, okay? Thank you for your early support. We're already more than halfway to the goal. Please, in the next 3 hours, let's hit the goal. Let's get, it's the only stream I'm doing today. So let's definitely hit the goal today, okay, guys? Let's get some more support. If you guys are enjoying, please support in some way. Anything is appreciated. Any kind of support, okay?
Yeah, mods and Kick Chat are going off on one.
Would I consider bringing back Minecraft as a regular chill night? I don't know, Spawn Killer. We'll see. Let's see how things go during the marathon, right?
How much money are you going to give me?
How's the temperature right now? It's not bad at all. The temperature right now is actually pretty good. Not too warm in here at all, I would say.
Oh, great.
All right, are we ready to start?
Ready. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to
Suikoden. That's how you pronounce it. Suikoden.
Suikoden.
I know for a fact that's how you pronounce it because I just heard it spoken. It's Suikoden.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now what? Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Suikoden 1
So close.
HD Remake. Last time around.
All right, do not care. Let's go live.
Inky till she mentions needing help, then you can.
All right, not a single dollar has been earned. Sikorsky VP Real says, do you think those squeaks are not birds but Snoo with blow-up doll Tatiana? Well, I think he paid a very high price for that doll, so I don't think she'd be making that much noise. But anyways, as promised, let's get some Sanford content in the house here right now, okay? So first up on the Sanford content, we have, real quick, Mini-Dent Sea Scrolls here for you. So Sanford actually got in a fight, okay? And DSP had to talk about this fight. And so Sanford apparently got arrested for jumping two things. There was a fight Sanford was a part of, and there was also Sanford got arrested for jumping a turnstile in New York. So there's two things going on here, okay? So first up, we have from tophaters.com, a website you know and love here. I was banned from SRK the Thursday of Evo for posting live Evo updates. I was the only person doing so at the time. I broke the stories about Sanford getting arrested, jumping the NYC turnstile, as well as everything that happened in casual play, such as Daigo perfecting the best US GGX player. Unfortunately, some untrue rumors about... let me get this right. About something breaking out of Evo also surfaced, and I posted those as well. However, I removed such rumors when they were proven to be false. So he was posting rumors that proven to be not true. But that wasn't enough for Ponder. That's Tom Cannon. He decided to delete both of my threads of live Evo updates. Tom Cannon deleted his threads of live Evo updates, possibly because he was spreading rumors that proved to be false. Probably. So I posted again in the official Evo updates thread and said that whoever deleted my threads, blah, 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 because I'm the only person, wasn't going to let them stop me from providing the Street Fighter community with live Evo updates. So I used this website as my outlet for news. I received over 3,000 unique hits, over 90,000 total hits over the course of a weekend, so apparently a lot of people used and appreciated my live news feed. In fact, some people have told me the tophaters.com was the best source of information for a tournament ever, and I received many compliments, which I appreciate. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry for the delays. Okay, I'll get to that one. I'll get to more. There's one more thing from Top Haters. I do have it here, so I want to make sure I show this one. But there we go. There's a more little. That was not so much about Sanford. It's about him bitching about the fucking website. But here we go. Okay, so this starts with, I have a few things to say. Well, you tell me after I show you this, if this is a few things to say. Let me get my music ready here because I need to hit something here for a reason. Hang on. It's worth it. It's going to be worth it, I promise, okay? Okay. It is right here. Ready? Here we go. Those are his quick few things to say. Okay? In the history of the competitive Street Fighter community, there have been very few fights If there were, they were usually not involving two Street Fighter players at all, but instead had outside influence. This is probably the first incident since I've been around there was an actual case of two people within the Street Fighter community doing something like this. Now, Chris Cotty has seen this, and who knows what the fuck is going to happen. I'm sorry, but if you have to fight to solve your differences, you are children. There was no other excuse for this kind of behavior but blatant immaturity. Come on! This is the king of hate talking here. Do you know how many people I've wanted to beat my ass? How many people's asses I've wanted to beat the shit out of? I had Jaha and 4 other guys in my fucking face at EVO 2002. Do you have any idea how much self-control it took me to shut the fuck up and not start that fight? Not sure what sort of self-control he's talking about here, because we know the real deal from DSP's mouth himself. Unless you consider crying and saying you're an alcoholic to be self-control. But anyways, moving forward. Despite what anyone says, I held back because I knew that fighting there would have been bad for the Street Fighter community. Yeah, I held back. Because I knew that fighting there would have been bad for the Street Fighter community. He said he held back. Huh? Evo would have gotten a bad name, and who knows if any college would have picked up after that. Come on, Desmond, you were fucking there. If I were scared, do you think I would talk so much shit online? I'm not afraid of anyone. I could have beaten the shit out of Blazing Flow both times he beat me for massive amounts of money and just fucking took it back. But I didn't. He beat my ass for lots of money twice, and I could have beat his ass to get the money back, but I didn't. I let him take those massive amounts of money that he rightfully earned. Real men don't have to use fists to prove anything. Real men are the ones that have self-control and realize that beating the shit out of someone is pointless because it solves nothing. The strongest people are the ones that can hold their anger, angst, and violence inside and know when to swallow it. The only time that fighting like that is acceptable is if there is someone who's blatantly out of line. If someone is striking a woman, for example, and you beat the shit out of the fuck who hit her. Or if there is a war between two countries, or some other kind of grave disagreement or injustice. The break is not a fucking battlefield. The actions of Sanford, Desmond, and yes, Triforce Game Master, who is equally responsible, have tarnished the image of the entire Street Fighter community, and also have jeopardized the fate of ECC 10. Chris Gotti has decided to cancel all Tuesday and Thursday weekly tournaments effective immediately until further notice. And now players who rely on the break as a place of competition are going to suffer because of the immature actions of these 3 grown adults. Unacceptable. If you're going to fight, do it 500 miles outside of a fucking arcade. Use your heads instead of your mouths and fists. If you absolutely have to be immature, don't include the rest of the entire community with you, which is exactly what you did here. Now all players are going to suffer for your selfish actions. I speak on behalf of the entire Street Fighter community when I say that I expect a public apology from all parties involved. I'm sorry, but I've been around way before players like Sanford and Desmond came into the scene, and I'm disgusted. Now people like Fi, who goes out of his fucking way and sacrifices so much to organize shit like Breakdown, have to go to Chris Cotty on hands and knees to somehow promise that this kind of thing won't happen at ECCX? Who knows if Chris will even allow Desmond Sanford or Triforce Game Master at the break again. He lifetime bans people for much less. The finale. The immature actions of a few have now sacrificed the future of the entire Street Fighter community on the East Coast. Fix this shit now! And if I ever hear about this shit happening again, I'll make sure you're all gone from this community for good. And you don't Wanna test that? I'm done.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize
you do not wanna fucking test that.
So long that even
I'm done. Holy shit. Thank you so much, David, for sending that. You are a legend, sir. That was very much worth it. Very much worth it and fun. One more thing. I promise. We're having so much fun here. What's one more, right? What's one more? Flo, big ups real quick. The flowchart cameo says, big ups Chew and the felting she delivered to LT. Obviously, big ups to her. What a legend. If you haven't heard it today, it's live now. I'll put, not timestamps. I'll put timestamp on the pre-stream, but you can just watch it. It's all felting me. Rook says, amazing how Phil can keep yapping. A true skill. That is his best skill. Okay, this is a no-miss scenario. Thank you, Mr. Extravagant. All right, here we go. This is from tophaters.com. Okay. Item number 2 on the agenda. The cannons apparently care so much about me. They found a way to totally block me from viewing Shoryuken.com, even though through an IP blocking utility. I guess they hate me that much and are still thinking about me, which I find pretty hilarious because, 1, I don't ever think about them or mention them ever, even on this site. Just a reminder, we're talking about them now. But anyways, even on this site, unless something new happens that I feel is worth mentioning. Okay, so you do mention them. Okay, cool. There are no anti-canon diatribes or hate articles on this site. So why all the attention? I've left it totally clean since Evo, and yet they still continue to do shit. And of course, too, I still post on SRK whenever I want. It's pretty hilarious, to be honest. If you have a problem with me, Tom and Tony, why not publicly say what's on your minds and why you care so much about me? Oh, because that's not what you do. You wouldn't have the balls to show up anywhere and confront your enemies like I did at Evo 2002 a while back. Philip is talking about the time Jaha would have beaten his ass if he didn't cry about being an alcoholic, by the way. Unbelievable. Philip is saying that's confronting his enemies. Yeah, I guess you could say you confronted them and then cried, but I guess that's confronting them. Okay, well, we confronted our enemies. Instead, you hide behind your computers and ban people, then laugh to yourselves like you have some kind of power. Give me a break, guys, and grow some balls. It's little, F guys like you that keep shit going that piss me off. Either let it drop or take it to the next level. But the whole band thing is getting way old, and seeing that you're still thinking about me and finding new ways to annoy me is pretty pathetic. Here, let me make it easy for you. I'll fight you both at the same time in public in a publicized match so we can finally end this thing and move on and prove I fucking own you. All the source code in the world won't help you then. Now stop thinking about me. I'm way... Okay, I'm going to read it like he wrote it, okay? I'm sorry. All the source code in the world won't help you then. Now stop thinking about me. I'm way both of your lame asses. Christ.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
I'm way both of your lame asses, bitch. You want to mess with me? I'm way both. Now what? What you want now? You say you're both? I'm way both. Okay? Cut it. If you want me to do what I did with Jaha back then, I'll do it again. I don't give a shit. All right, I saw someone say Button Check released a video. No way, right? That soon? No, he didn't. He did not. He did not. I don't think so. No, there's no DSP in the fixed one. The Pasta Maker asked a good question. Where does the character end and real Phil begin? It's tough to tell. Yeah, I think we have a picture of what the Cannons thought about this. I think we do too. I think I do too. Thanks for reminding me. Let me get a live check-in on what the Tom Cannon thinks about this. Let me see real quick if I can find it. Here we go. Oh, I found it. This is a picture of their thought. When they saw this post, this is what their reaction was. I found it. Here we go. That being said, big ups everybody for chilling today. It's been a robust day. Hope you had a fun time. I know I did. And it was very fun and relaxing and fun. And we learned a lot of stuff together. Okay? Let's check in on Suikoden real quick just to see what's going on. The King's tax stays at 77, so we didn't miss anything. You're all legends, all right? Thanks for chilling. I'll see you tomorrow for the Preestream once again, and a lore stream tomorrow as well. You're all legends, all right? Thanks for chilling. See you next time. Bye.
do 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 do